What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And for those of you that it is your first time here, hey, we're glad to have you. This is our first episode of our new campaign, Haven New Beginnings. And for those of you that aren't aware, it's actually live streamed on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Blzane. We stream it every Thursday from 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to midnight. Again, that's Thursday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time to midnight. And it is an absolute blast. We had a pretty good turnout last time, so that was super fun. But I'm going to let y'all hop in because it is oh so freaking good, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
You all find yourself in this strange location. Can you all see the screen or the new map?
Yeah, I can.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This strange landscape with a red sky, distant light as though it's perpetually twilight here. Massive swords sticking out of the ground, and this humongous figure on the horizon. You imagine he stands at least 50 feet tall with this large staff and very intricate armor. You're vaguely aware of that you're not alone, that there's two individuals next to each of you. But when you turn to look, their forms are sort of like, they're almost more shadowy and changing. You can't get a good sense of who or what they are. The figure in the distance speaks. You get the sense that his voice is a whisper, at least physically, but it echoes in your mind, blasting away all other conscious thought. Souls of distant lands, you have been summoned by one of my faithful servants. I know not the task they set before you, for the veil shields the prime realm from my gaze. The portal before you will take you to where you are needed. If you do not enter, I must destroy you, as demanded by the binding ruins of the summoning ritual. By the same token, I must give you a boon. Choose between the sacred symbols: armor, body, call, home, species, wealth, or weapon. Then step through the portal and prepare yourselves for your sacred work. His voice fades to silence, leaving you to consider. You have a very intuitive sense, this knowledge almost more implanted into your brain as to what each of the sacred symbols means in effect, should you choose it. What would each of you like to choose, or would you like to choose at all? You do have the option of being destroyed.
Oh. Quick, do we see each other right now?
Like I
No.
said, you're aware of two shadowy figures next
Okay,
to
I
each.
got you. I'm understanding. Okay. Yeah, I suppose Axel will go first here. Yeah, waking up with this just knowledge in my brain, I just kind of look forward. Are these runes just in front of me, like to touch them?
They're not physically there. You know exactly what they look like, though. Like I said, it's burned into your brain.
Gotcha. In that case, then Axel just conjures this thought of like his body just growing, I suppose, wanting to become as strong as physically possible.
All right. Who would like to-
Vera steps forward, very hesitant, does not quite believe what's going on, but also doesn't want to test the giant man. She firmly thinks about the home boon, firmly wants to go home. And steps forward.
The figure in front of you says something to you, but you aren't going to remember it in a minute.
Oh, fun.
The third member of our party here.
Lily, a small, blind girl, kind of stumbles her way, and
Oh,
picks
I
a
should
random-
point out you can actually see where you are now. Like I said, you're not in your actual physical body at
Just
the
in a
moment.
spiritual. Okay. Then she looks at all the runes and picks the weapon one.
All right.
As she was very good with needles and such in her past time.
The figure in the distance lightly taps his staff against the ground once he senses that you have all picked your boons. A portal appears in front of each of you, and he waits for you to enter. Do you enter?
I entered.
Yeah, Axel will walk through.
Yeah,
I
I
walk in
hesitate
that boy.
again, but I walk through.
Okay. And we will see if this is the correct scene for me to activate. Oh, it looks like it is.
Final boss.
GG's.
You find yourselves in your real, or at least somewhat familiar bodies. You are all naked at the moment. There's a man standing in front of you and another figure behind him. As soon as you sort of come to consciousness, the man in front of you blushes a little bit and points at the chest to your left. He says, "Close in there. We can speak as soon as you're decent."
Cool. I immediately go for the clothes.
I just laugh a little bit and I'm like, can't even handle a little bit of a human, huh? I'll walk over and gather my stuff.
How's my vision? Am I back to normal?
Yeah, you can no longer see. You are back to normal. However, you do feel. Sorry, there's a little bit of an echo. You feel a almost. It's like you have a third limb that's just barely out of reach. It's not physical right now, but it's there. Like if you feel like if you tugged on it, it would come to you. It's a very strange sensation for you.
All right. Okay. I tug on the feeling a bit more since
Okay.
I'm more based on.
Do you do this before or after you get clothed?
I guess yeah.
Monsieur, I have a problem seeing. If you could help me find the chest.
Okay. I'm
It's
like, all right,
over here,
I
dipshit. As I not knowing, I'm
clothes.
like pointing to the chest, just like, what the
I scowl at Axel. I pick up the clothes and I hand them to Lily. I'm like, here you are.
Thank
Can you
madam.
trust yourself?
Yes, I am capable of that.
I should point out that you do have a bow strapped to your back, Lily. That was the only item that any of you came here with. So I guess you would have been aware of that, but no clothes outside of that. In any case, once all three of you are dressed, by the way, in your inventory, you can actually equip or unequip things. So I equipped the Doric civilian clothes to you guys, but you guys can do that in the future yourselves. Lily, you tug on the sort of phantom connection that you sense. Do you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Appearing in front of you, sort of materializing, is a large cat. You can see through the cat's eyes, like they were your own.
I immediately jump back. I was like, what the fuck is that?
The man in front of you sort of scowls a little bit. The man in the back, by the way, his face is covered in a mask, so you can't really get a sense of what he's thinking or feeling. Oh, did you change the name to Noir?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. We'll have to switch that for the prototype token later, but we can get to that.
Yeah, I look at this cat. Ooh, you are bigger than the ones at home. Friendly enough, though. And I go to pet it.
Just our luck, a beast heart, the man says. In any case, you three comfortable? I'd like to explain your situation. We don't have a ton of time to waste.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, please explain what the heck's going on.
Yeah, I sit down with the cat in front of me as I'm petting it.
The man looks around at the three of you. He says, well, first off, you're Outworlders. I just summoned you here. I assigned you a task to complete, and you got to complete it or else you'll die. That's the first thing that you should know. It won't be immediate, but after about a day, all the mana from your mana stones will drain out if you don't go along with what the task requires. So unfortunately for you, you'll need to be completing this task one way or the other. Could I get a sense of, real quick, what each of you are? I can tell that this one in front of me is a beast heart. Uh, Ma'am, do you have a sense of what you can do?
Hudson, I assume that I very much do.
You do have like a strange sense, like a connection to something else that you feel like you can draw on to potentially cast spells, magic.
Okay. Well, some sort of spell work from what I can gather, from what I can feel. Does that tell you enough?
That's close. Do you feel a sense of a connection to another realm, or is it more arcane words and formula?
Another realm, from what I can tell, I suppose.
He frowns. He says, "Well, that's not good. You're a cleric, then. Are you sure? Is the power coming from within you, maybe, like it would be for like a sorcerer type?"
No, the word cleric seems to ring true. Why? What's wrong with being a cleric?
They're outlawed in this land. Don't let anyone catch you casting any spells that a cleric only could cast. If you can cast things that a wizard might be able to cast, you'll be fine. But be careful. The only thing worse than outworlders are clerics, as far as a lot of these people are concerned.
Lovely, sir. Well, could you at least inform me why you summoned us three, out of all people, from our world?
I mean, it wasn't you three specifically. I called to my god, and my god answers. He doesn't exactly give me a choice, otherwise, well, you wouldn't be here. No offense intended. It just a cleric is not the ideal, not the ideal person for this sort of situation. And you, sir, what's your deal?
Yeah, the whole time I've been talking, he's just like, I'm just like flexing my muscles, like feeling myself a little bit. Since I have not necessarily like touched a weapon, do I have an idea of what I am? I mean, I know I can feel. I'm assuming like my magic, but.
Yeah, so you have arcane words that are sort of like etched into your brain that you're pretty sure if you speak them, if you perform certain movements, hand movements, you'll be able to cast spells.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm just kind of like doing little like feeling my muscles. I'm like, well, I mean, damn, for one, this body's impressive, but I mean, for two, it's just like there's just this feeling in me, like I just like these arcane magic words just flowing through my head. I can't really explain it.
So you're strong and you feel like you're a bit of a wizard?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I was never really one for all the, the nerdy magic shit, but I mean, I guess.
All right, well, that's good. I mean, there are plenty of people like you in this land. People won't blink twice. As for you, little miss, you, the beast heart, beast hearts are accepted, but I'd recommend keeping your cat away from people, or else they might get a little nervous, and you don't want people nervous around you.
I guess we'll go where it pleases.
Well, as you say. In any case, as to why you've been summoned, to answer good lady's question, your job is, and I'm picking my words with great care here, to either find the Red Lotus and kill them, or identify them in great detail to this man behind me named Turtle. That's the specific contract that you guys have been given. If you do not succeed in completing it, you'll die.
Wonderful. The Red Lotus? Who? Where?
So he blinks. He says, "My understanding is it's some sort of serial killer. This man behind me has been tracking them for a while. They're on a train right now, and you guys are going to get on that train too. By the time you guys get off the train, you'll need to have, like I said, either found them and killed them, or you'll be given an opportunity to identify them to Turtle here. at the other end of the train's destination.
Yeah, sorry, sir, whatever you want me to refer to you as.
Do you know what a train is? It's like a boat on land. Do you guys have boats?
Is this guy real? Is he? I'm looking over to you two, just
Yes,
like
we know what a train is. I believe.
is
all
he
of us.
real?
Continue.
Oh, well, in any case, you'll be on the train. That'll be your job.
Do we know what a train is? What the fuck, brother? Have you heard of anything past a train? What do you mean? Is that the only vehicle y'all have here?
There are more important questions to be answered here.
I mean, we have no idea I have no idea what world you guys are from. Outworlders are not from a single place, so it's easier on me, I suppose, if you guys are familiar with the technology and the vernacular and whatnot.
Right. Follow-up question for you, by the way. Red Lotus, cool, great, whatever. I can beat some people up. But am I working with these people? As I gesture over towards Vera and Lily.
You've all been bound by the same contract. So I suppose you don't have to work together, but considering all your lives are the line, I'd recommend it.
All right, well, just don't get in my way, you two.
I look at so how do you say your name? Is it Vera or Vera?
I don't care really. Vera, sure.
Vera. Well, my dear, my name is Lily. It appears the more aggressive gender is already picking who the leader is.
Oh.
I am not too confident on him.
Says the
Me
one
either.
throwing gender stereotypes already. Okay.
No, it is just with my eyesight. I managed to see the first three people that I've ever seen, and one of them appears to look more like a pig than a human.
Hector, the man looks at Axel and looks back at himself, and he says, "Wait, which one of us?"
Yes.
I still staring blankly at between both of you. Nor looks at Hector, and I go, "Oh, not that one. That one is a very well. It can be attractive in some cases."
Just to give you a little bit of a sense, the man in front of you, he's like probably in his like mid-50s. So he's definitely an older guy. Like he has his salt and pepper hair.
Hey, just because you're old doesn't mean you can't be hot.
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to.
True.
Very, very true, my dear.
Hector, he shakes his hand. He says, did he introduce himself? I don't remember.
He said he was Hector, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He says, we don't have time for this in any case. The train is due to depart, and there's apparently been an effort to delay it, but we don't know how long that'll last. If you guys have any questions, we're going to need to hear him now. This man, he has some papers for you, I guess. Descriptions of the Red Lotus, the murders, I suppose. The man steps forward. He'll hand it to Axel.
Would have been funny if we chose the cat.
I will grab it and look at it. What am I looking at?
I will put them in your inventory.
Okay.
So he gives you basically two. One of them is like a large sort of stack of papers with a bunch of stuff on it, and the other is just one single small piece of paper. And he steps back.
Oh God.
You'll have time to review those later. Do you have any questions in the meantime, though?
Yeah.
I'm an Outworlders. I don't really know what information you might need.
Well, for one, you're sending us to kill some people, and I mean, listen, I'm
One
sure.
person.
Oh, so it's just that does ease things a little bit, but do we
The
not?
serial killer.
Do we not? Okay, listen, details are unimportant. I'll make work of it. Do we?
It's a smart agenda, huh?
Do we not get? Shut the fuck up. Do we not get weapons or anything? I mean,
yeah.
she's got a bow over here.
So your
Arrows.
cover. Well, I think I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but clerics are kill on sight for the most part. Outworlders are not in much of a better situation. You guys are going to need a cover. So your cover is that your constables from Rheintal, come down here to Corlita to do some training with the Halcyon Legion base here. Rheintal is it's kind of a boony sort of place. It's a small town, not a lot of people, very insular. So we're hopeful that anyone you meet on the train won't have actually met anyone from Rheintal. And they are sort of famous, though, for their constable force. It's one of the few places that doesn't have a Legion garrison.
What, from where did you say it was?
Rheintal.
Ryantal. I'll just hit so I can.
Here, I'll spell it in the chat.
I literally wrote Ryan and then T-A-L. Okay, that's probably a
Dude,
better way
the
to
timid
spell it.
chest said Ryan Tall.
He opens the chest and sort of removes a panel from it. He says, "Yeah, so we don't have any armor for you, but there are daggers and clubs down here."
No, that's what I'm talking about. I will reach down. So what am I looking at here?
There's literally just a
Option-wise?
small collection of clubs and daggers.
All right, I will grab 2 daggers then, I suppose.
Okay.
I having some time looking myself up and down with Noor as my eyes. I see the bow. Do I see arrows anywhere?
No, you don't.
What?
What?
You just have the bow at the moment.
I guess this is slightly fancier than the club.
Yeah, I suppose the longbow is it is a very fancy longbow. I mean, I was kind of gonna leave it up to you exactly what its description would be.
Yeah, it is. It is a longbow, so it is fairly big, and I am a little human being. The bow is basically this amalgamation of thorns and roses growing out, and the middle is just a golden string that is very tightly knotted.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
Hector
Good idea.
Hector looks at the bow as you're sort of checking it out yourself, and he says, "Yeah, so that's the sort of thing that a constable from Rheintal probably would not have. I would keep that, hidden at least on your person." Oh, do you guys have the Ziltram's blessing in your world?
I'm sorry.
The little
what?
menu.
The what?
The only blessing we have is the church. And I chuckle.
All right. Well, just put up your hand like this, and he sort of raises a hand, and he says, "And think about think about a menu. Think about what you have on you." And the little screen pops up above his arm. Do you follow his motion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Axel
I
definitely will.
Yeah.
So little screens pop up on each of your arms. You don't see the screen is blank at the moment. He gestures to Lily, says, "All right, so think real hard about putting that longbow inside of your inside of your screen there."
I do it.
Okay. The longbow sort of glows brightly for a moment, and then it disappears. And popping up on the menu is the longbow. And he says, "You can get that out of your inventory whenever you want. Just to let you know, it'll weigh a little bit heavier in there than it would if you were carrying it normally. So there's a little bit of a downside to it."
What the hell? That was
But-
crazy.
I do not plan on carrying much.
Sure. And from what I understand, the burden isn't quite as bad on Outworlders in any case. So, Miss Vera, were you going to grab any weapons?
Yes, I'll take a club.
Vera, grab.
I already put it in there.
Okay.
Jackson.
Wow, look at that. How industrious. Okay.
Oh.
Hector frowns. He says, "All right. Any last minute things here? Like I said, I don't want to waste too much time. If you guys missed the train, you're all dead. So, but if you have any important questions, we should ask them now."
So if we kill this Red Lotus, I can go home.
He frowns and he says, "Well, I don't know if there's any way for Outworlders to return home outside of. There's a boon, I think, that the gods offer."
Axel turns or I turn and look at him and I go, You chose to go back to that hellhole?
I turn to Axel and I'm like, yes, I have a life. I have a career there. Why would I not?
Fuck, to each their own, I guess.
The mademoiselle is very passionate about her work. For me, that life is nothing but darkness, so I'm plenty happy staying here.
Hey, we can't agree on something.
So to answer your question, yeah, if you chose that boon, from what I understand, the gods will take you back after the task has been completed.
I give a great sigh of relief, and I'm like, okay, all right, okay, let's go kill this red lotus.
All right. You two, any questions?
I mean, shit. Point me in the direction of the target.
Well, I mean, you'll have to figure out who the target is yourself. That's part of the mission there. And I mean, if you guys don't, just to let you know, not only will you die, but they're gonna blow up the man back there. He's gonna blow up the train along with everyone in it. They apparently can't risk having this person come to the capital.
Oh, this is like a Hollywood movie.
Lovely. I turn to Axel. You better start reading those papers, man.
Yeah, they told me to wait.
Well, don't worry, it's a 7-day train ride, so there'll be plenty of time, hopefully. The main thing, though, is, and I can't stress this enough, make sure that no one figures out that you're Outworlders, or else they'll report you to the conductors, and the conductors will probably stop the train and kill you / imprison you / I don't know what. So be very careful.
That's a lot of slashes.
And yeah, and like I said, with Miss Vera here, you cast any divine magic in the sight of anyone who is not, you don't trust, they're probably going to report you, and then they'll kill you. You don't get to go home if you're killed, even if you complete the task.
So my magic is acceptable?
Should be. If it's arcane magic, you should be good.
All right, well, feels like it at least.
Yeah. I would say for you to give me a demonstration, but I'd prefer you keep your strength in case you find any difficulties getting on the train.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about that. Just kind of, a little flex.
Any other questions?
Yes, monsieur. So, I have a feeling that the cat can do other things besides being a cat. Is that frowned upon?
Yes. Is it a shape-shifting cat? Then yes. No, don't shape-shift it.
I take a step back.
They have a companion, but it's typically just one thing, not a bunch.
You see Nor, kind of, while licking his paw, a mouth opens from the middle of his body and takes a big yawn, and then closes back up.
Stare at them in absolute fascination.
What happened?
This place is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
fascinating.
I would have the cat not do that. Probably keep it just like a normal cat. Then people will be more comfortable with you. I mean, like I said, beast hearts aren't illegal, but I mean, the less attention you draw to yourselves, the better.
I guess so, but how am I supposed to kill this man? Well, I guess we'll figure that out. That's fine. I have too many questions, and it appears we do not have enough time.
Yeah, unless you have particularly pressing questions, probably best. All right. He steps forward and hands each of you a train ticket and a little note, although he frowns and says, "Sorry, Miss Lily. I suppose you'll have to be relying on your friends here to lead you." This note contains directions to the train station. It's apparently only about 3 blocks after you guys get out of this cavern that you're in right now. All right. Last call for questions. Seriously, last time. Going once, going twice.
Is that easy for me?
That's all I got.
Without barely a hint of sound, Turtle moves behind the man here, grabs a dagger in both hands, and slits his throat both ways.
Okay.
I look at Turtle, I'm like, oh goodness.
I immediately get into like a fighting stance of my usual kind of boxer pose of holding both my daggers.
Lily starts clapping. What a wonderful display! You sure are very strong.
Now, what was the point of that, Turtle?
It is for the Striatics, my dear.
Well.
He takes a step back. You all have a train to catch, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, he speaks.
Axel, looking
I
at,
hold
or
out Lily. Let's go.
I look at Turtle and like, he have anything useful on him? Does Turtle reply at all?
Yeah, he does reply. He says, "You have what you need."
Whatever. Let's get to this damn train.
Mademoiselle, Monsieur, I will be needing a hand.
I offer my arm to Lily. No problem. I can lead the way.
I grab it.
Yeah,
in a very kind manner.
yeah.
Follow
All
along.
right.
I was like,
To the train.
I will start walking. And I just give a. You better not slow me down.
Such a pepper.
You guys follow the directions outside of the cavern and onto the streets. Bring this up briefly. Is vision enabled? No, it's not. You should be able to see. The city does appear to be in somewhat of a old Greek style, at least to your earthling eyes. Do you make any detours, or do you go straight to the train station?
Axel, I'll just go straight to the train station.
There are no detours I can see.
All right. You guys head to the train station. There's a man there who is sort of, he appears to be like on the lookout for you. As you guys like approach the station, he comes up to you and says, "You're the three with the last tickets to Doran?"
Yeah, that's us.
All right. And he asks for your tickets, briefly inspects them, and leads you to the train, which does look a little bit unusual to your eyes. It is floating in the air as opposed to on tracks. And the tracks is just a long string of very flat, what appears to be some sort of metal. Beyond that, though, he guides you to a section of the train towards the back and steps on. He gestures to a door on the left and says, "You're in rooms," and he gives you your room numbers. We'll put you on the map here.
Roll 20 can never.
Yeah, I'll get used to copy and pasting you guys. Vera?
I was saying how
so
good this map is.
The room is the rooms that he was indicating are to your right, and you can open and close doors as you wish.
That's my vision is so cool right now.
Yeah, you have the tremors. Here, I'll put your Hellhound companion though as well. You'll have normal vision with him at least. Let's see. There you
I'm
go.
gonna get normal vision. Oh, that's so sick.
So what is our rooms?
So your rooms are, I mean, you guys can arrange them however you like. However, the rooms that have been assigned to you are only 2 of them. There are bunk beds though. So it's the one on the bottom and then to the right. So down there, and then one to the kitty corner to that. So this one right up here.
Do
So,
both of these
one,
bottom
yeah.
doors lead to the same room? Or I guess we wouldn't
Which
know.
doors?
Well, like these two. Are we this second one or this first one right here?
You're that one
Okay.
and this one.
Okay. I will walk forward and go, well, guess we'll check the rooms out, I suppose.
Yeah, where is the third room again?
There is a third room. You guys only have 2 rooms. Each of the rooms has bunk beds though.
Okay.
Is there
Well-
anything of note in said room?
No, I know that there's like a piece of luggage there that would not
Okay.
be there. It's just
This
a
is
fair
fun.
room.
I can't see them. This is funny. So it is literally just 2 beds. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's no fun. Okay, well,
I
Lily,
still
suppose
have
we're
a
staying
couple of
here.
stuff, but
I'll walk out and close the door. So, y'all's room about as fun as mine?
It sure is.
It looks quite compact.
Yeah, mine was nothing fancy, little bunk bed and a sink. So, are you like blind? And I'm just kind of waving my hand like in front of your face.
You could not ask that in a more insensitive way.
Well, it appears I can see through the cat, which he has told me his name is Noir.
I've turned it. I'm looking right at the cat now.
The cat is staring at you. So I know what you look like. I know what I'd look like. Surprisingly though, unless I find the mirror, I do not know what Noah looks like. Unlike the world where we come, I assume. Well, we can catch up on where we come from.
Does Noir look like a regular cat when he doesn't do the
When he's
mouth
not-
shit?
Yes.
Okay.
He is
Yeah, I will kind of get down on my knees, just staring at it. I'm like, well, I mean, you're not missing much as long as the mouth doesn't open. It's pretty much a cat without the middle part.
What middle part?
It's got like a mouth. I don't fucking know.
Yes, it has a mouth on its side. Can you communicate with the cat? Can you ask him if he can digest food with the mouth on his side?
Monsieur Noir, can you? Are you a living thing? Do you have to eat?
It meows, and you have a sense of what it actually is intending to say there, which is yes, it does need to eat.
It appears to be a normal cat. I do not see what the worry is. On the other hand, though, me personally, I actually can, in a weird sense, see. Whether it is through movement or something, vibrations, I can see, just not for longer distances.
Lord DM, are we from like normal Earth?
That's up to you. I don't care.
We have not discussed that.
Oh, okay. It's just our characters. Okay.
Well,
okay.
he said he was 7 days, and we are a party, so maybe we should get to know each other.
All right. Well, I've been to my fair share of AA meetings. I know how these things go. Hello, I'm Axel. As you can see, I can punch shit. It's typically my main thing. Although I sense a little bit of this weird arcane sensation in me, but besides that, that's what I got.
Fair enough. Well, my name is Lily. As you can see, I have certain. Well, I never considered it much of a disability, but I used to be a fashion designer.
How young is Lily, by the way?
Lily is like mid to early 20s. She's fairly young. She is like around 21, 22. Is probably where I would put it.
Fashion designer. You had to be rich.
I was not rich. Grew up in the slums of France and worked my way up. Do not assume such. Well, never mind. I will stop being mean to you. You seem like a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, trust me, you're not the only one that knew slums. Well,
Well,
what about you?
Real tip on his shoulder.
I turn around. I hear footsteps behind me. Who's approaching us? Hello, sir. May we help you?
Yeah, so a man in servant's outfit, sort of mid 18th century sort of style servant's outfit, walks up to you guys. He says, hello, I'm Aaron. I'm one of the workers here. I understand that you three are constables from Rheintal.
Yes, monsieur.
You're traveling with us. Listen, I just wanted to see if you might be willing to help us out. There's a bit of an issue in the storage compartment right now. A bunch of bats somehow found their way in there. We're waiting on some of the guard to come help out, but there's apparently been some disturbance in another district, so we're kind of low on their priority list right now. We'd be willing to pay you guys if you'd be willing to clear out the storage area. We could get going a little quicker, stay on schedule.
Did you say payment?
Yeah, the conductors were willing to pay a little bit. Not too surprising. Every hour that is, it's a dock to their pay. So.
I mean,
Very well. Lead the way.
yeah, show me the spot.
All right. He seems kind of surprised that you agreed. And he does lead the way. You guys are right next to the storage compartment. He leads you outside here. Unlocks the storage compartment door and takes a step back. He says, "You just got to get him out of there. You don't necessarily need them all dead, but I figure you guys are the experts."
Of course. I'll kind of step forward but not go in yet and turn around. Is Iran like leaving now, or is he staying here and watching everything?
No, he's staying there and watching, or at least he's staying like outside.
Okay. All right. So, kind of peeking through the doorway, do I see anything?
You can make a perception check.
All right. Say less. I would love to make a perception check for you.
Do you remember how? Okay, there you go. Yeah, with the 12, it's pretty dark in the storage compartment, as you might guess. There are like little vents that let in a little bit of light, but not that much. I'll say with the 12, you see some things hanging up towards the ceiling in like a particular spot, but you're not 100% sure what they are.
Okay.
Or if they're the bats that were mentioned.
Can I see about how many?
Like I said, you can see like a few.
Yeah. Can Nora go ahead and try to smell some or hear some, since they're bats? It would be echolocating.
Sure. You can go for smelling.
Smelling. Okay.
Yeah, they're not really making much noise right now.
Okay. Where is my ice goes? And it would be perception. And I have advantage. Others.
Okay. Yeah, so Noir, through smelling, estimates that there are quite a few of them in there, like probably about 20 or so, a proper little swarm.
It seems they are a little bit more than we think, but 20 or so.
They're gathered, also, I'll say of the 22, they're gathered in the center area of the compartment.
And it appears most of them are in the center.
Well, I mean, I guess we'll fucking see what happens, huh? And Axel will just step in.
There he goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess in we go. I'm not one to shy away from this.
Stepping in, does anything immediately happen?
Nope, not immediately.
All right. Am I gonna have to like climb over this thing? I presume.
Yeah, that is kind of inconveniently placed there.
All right.
It looks like someone was in the middle of like moving things around and then got scared and
Okay.
just dropped and left.
Yeah. As I see this, I turn around, like kind of looking past Iran. I'm like, damn, y'all don't keep this thing very organized now, do y'all?
It's better organized when there aren't bats haranguing us. Don't worry, we'll get things sorted out once you clear them out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything suspicious about Iran? Can I tell if he's telling the truth?
You can make an insight check, sure.
Insight that shit, boy.
He's the Red Lotus.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, that was fucking easy.
I was like, I'm going to 20.
No, he seems like a normal guy. He seems kind of nervous. He doesn't really want to be like around danger. He's just
Okay, but he does seem
worker.
honest about. Well, I guess I wouldn't know. Vera would know, or Vera.
No, like I said, he's a little surprised. The only thing that you can tell is that he's a little bit surprised that you guys were so like happy to take the job. But beyond that, no, he seems pretty straightforward. He takes a step back as you guys are like going in there and like partially closes the door. Just
Like
in
peering
case.
through. Yeah.
While with Nora looking at these bats, do they seem like normal bats? Or do they seem more capable?
Excuse me.
I'll say you can make another perception check. This one is just sight.
Sight?
Yeah, you're not sure.
All right, I will go ahead and just start climbing over this thing. Like Axel's not really one to.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh yeah, we like those.
Okay, yeah. You vault over.
I clear that shit.
Smoothly, getting to the other side without creating much of a disturbance. The bats still haven't noticed you.
Okay. So they are.
I whisper Axel, and possibly you could scare them out the door. You don't have to make this too complicated.
God damn, you are no fun. All right, well, I mean, here, 1 second. Let me look at something. I mean, I haven't really been one to be super stealthy, but I can try to get to the other side and scare them, unless one of y'all thinks you're a little better at being quiet.
You know what? Let me take a shot at this.
Right. And to climb over carefully, I will kind of put my arm out for her to grab onto to help kind of lift her over.
Okay. Does Lily accept the arm?
Yeah.
Okay. You can roll athletics check with advantage.
I said athletics.
Yeah.
Listen, Axel might sound like an asshole, but he's got something in there.
Yeah. Lily, with Axel's help, sort of pops over to the other side there.
All right. Well, I mean, since you're the one devising this plan, I suppose. What do you want us to do?
It would seem I have an innate ability to communicate with animals. Maybe I can just tell them to go away, and easy said and done.
All right. Well, sure, go for it. And I will try to step in, kind of hiding in between these boxes, getting mostly out of the way, but ready to go if I need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I try to get as close as possible without disturbing them.
Okay. Sure. So as you're approaching, I'll say go ahead and make a charisma or a performance check, I guess.
Cannot be a stealth check, please.
Oh, are you intending to just be completely unnoticed?
Yeah. What would the performance one be?
I thought you were trying to approach in a non-hostile manner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Okay, yeah. I would rather do that instead.
Okay, so go ahead and make a performance check. Okay. As you approach, you do your best to sort of go slowly and calmly, but the one bat sort of lets out a shriek, and the other ones just start panicking, flapping around. We can go and roll initiative.
Fuck.
As soon as Axel sees this, he's like, "Well, shit! What the fuck was this plan?" All right.
We'll switch. Oh, the music stopped playing earlier. I hate it when it does that. All right, there you go.
Where's the initiative button again?
Utility.
Utility.
Oh, utility. That's right.
How do we make turn order? Oh, that's right. You go to combat encounters. Oh, that's right. This was annoying because you can.
Yeah, I'll roll for Noir as well. There you go. All right, Lily, you're up first.
I tried to. The beast heart can talk to animals, and animals can talk to the beast heart, so they understand me. Monsieur Bats, could we? I say this very quietly, as not. I am blind as well, and the sound is making me a bit confused. I was wondering if we could calm down, Monsieur Bats.
Okay. You can make either a persuasion check or a animal handling check, whichever you prefer.
Hoggers, I make my animal handling checks at advantage. Fuck.
I'll just roll the first one. I'm not actually sure if they're at advantage.
I'm not sure if you actually get advantage.
I don't think so. Unless I take a thing for it, I don't think so. But
I can give it a quick read.
Okay, with a 16, I'll say the bats, they're still swarming a little bit, but they haven't attacked yet. As you hear, they all try to communicate with you at once, which makes it kind of difficult. But they're they mostly are complaining about the noise that you're making and the light that's coming out of the other end that they see now with the door open. Yeah, but they don't appear to be immediately attacking with that check. Is there anything else you'd like to do? I'll say that's your action.
yeah, I would like Nor to be slight issue. Hold on. I can't control. I don't see where Nor is if I don't. Okay, there he is. I'm controlling Lily. I don't know where he is. Which I mean, fair enough. I would like Nor to get closer to me in this time a more like stealthy fashion because they appear to be more worried about the noise.
Okay, so to get over that, it'll be an athletics check for Noir. Okay, yeah. Apparently you guys are killing the athletics checks today. Yeah, vaults over the crate without issue.
We're
Minimal
athletic, man.
noise.
What can we say?
And then gets kind of like around here, trying to not disturb them. This one was actually probably closer to stealth than the performance.
Okay, sure. You can go and make a stealth check for Noir.
Shit.
Yeah, scratching. Noir is getting a little nervous too, like a very natural animal instinct that he probably wants to eat these guys, and they know that he wants to eat them. Is not ideal. They do notice his approach and begin to panic a little bit more. Oh, I forget. Yeah, that's why you didn't roll for Noir, because Noir is on your initiative.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. All right, Vera's up.
Lily, do you still want to herd them out, or what's the plan here?
Just to close the door. The light is bothering them.
Close them? Okay, for sure. Okay, I'll close the door then.
Okay.
Do the bats calm down at all?
Yeah, a little bit visibly. They're not panicking quite as much. Some of them have kind of returned to their roost up above.
Monsieur Bats, we are on your side.
Okay.
Axel, what would you like to do?
I'm just looking between the other two. I'm like, so we're not just gonna fucking kill him yet.
No, these are kind bats. They have done no wrong.
I look at Axel and I'm like, do you really want to kill each one individually? Each
seems
small little bat?
It seems like more of a hassle than anything.
Okay, just figure it out, I guess. Axel will take his ready stance, and I suppose I will take a dodge or take the dodge action, just prepping in case the bats do freak out and come at us.
Okay. The bats don't do anything for this turn. There are still a number of them that are sort of flapping around, but they do appear to be a little bit more willing to communicate. Lily, what would you like to do?
I will try to talk to the bats again. Monsieur Bat, this is a swarm. Do you have a leader or a representative that I can talk to? I do not want to be here in longer than I have to be.
They all begin shouting at you, saying, "This is a democracy. No one leads us. It's ruled by Bob."
Democracy? I am familiar with democracy. All right. Fair enough. I was under the impression, and regardless, as you can see, I can understand you. You can understand me. I have a affinity towards animals, and it appears people want to get rid of you, whether it be us or other people. And I was wondering if you guys could find another place to roost. I know. If it was up to me, you would stay here, but that is not possible, and we are going to be the kindest group you're going to find.
Okay. You can make an animal handling check again.
Oh shit! This is beautiful.
Okay. They say, "It's comfortable here. It's nice and dark. Why would we leave? It's bright outside. I hate the brightness. What's the reason for us to leave? There's no reason. No reason."
Says, listen to me. As you can hear, like I said, I can talk to you. I do not have eyesight as well. The bright light bothers me, and I would like to point out that this is a train, and the train will get rid of you guys in a more violent and hostile manner. And I would like and appreciate you guys. I'm trying to save you all. You all seem like nice, reasonable animals.
Okay. Lily, you can make an intelligence check real quick. I'll say with advantage because you're like 99% of the way there. Okay. Um, you know your point would have a bit more oomph to it if you started using terminology that it would understand. So like predator. There's
Okay.
going to be a predator here.
Okay.
Listen, in comparison, I am like the tree that warns you where others are using the echolocation. I am warning you that there is a predator behind, um, in this train somewhere that is looking for you guys. And we are looking for him, but I do not think that staying here is your prime objective. He will come here and he will eat you all. Not to cause panic, not to cause panic. I am just a messenger, and I would like to tell you guys that it is not safe to roost here.
Okay. You can make another animal handling check with advantage.
Mr. God, are we just hearing Lily talk normally and they're just understanding her, or is she like bat
no.
speaking?
She's making like clicking sounds and like yells.
That's so funny.
Hell yeah.
So much better.
Okay, and if in that case, Axel does turn around to Vera during this and is like, is she fucking nuts or is this for real?
I'm taking note of how the bats are not attacking her, so
I guess
no.
so.
Speaking
It's
of
not
which,
crazy.
with a 23, there are some dissents, but majority rules in a democracy. The bats begin swarming to the left. Then they slam against the door.
Vera opens the door.
Do you open the door for them, Vera?
Yeah, I opened the door.
Okay. When the doors open, they finally begin flying through. A few of them sort of shaking off the small concussions. Received. And they swarm their way out.
Yeah, I turn to Lily and I'm just like, oh, what the is this place real? Like, am I dreaming right now? What the hell's going on?
Lily, that was wonderful. I don't know what you
I-
did.
I do a
Incredible.
little. I make a little pose and I bow and I give. See, no blood spilled. Everybody goes home happy.
A little less fun, but you know, it did get the job done with no aggression, you know, for good or for better or for worse.
Oh, I am not against fighting. I enjoy my fisticuffs every once in a while, but against animals, if I would like to avoid it, I can.
Mr. Lord, in these boxes and barrels, do we happen to see what's in them? Or any of them open? Anything of that nature?
They're all closed at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, you could potentially search them if you
No,
wanted to.
Axel's not gonna search them right now. Now, if they were open, we'd be having a different conversation.
They're not conveniently opened.
Okay.
In any case, Aaron steps out, sort of looking around for any signs of the bats. Then he steps inside. He says, "They're all gone, yes?"
They're all gone.
monsieur.
Yeah, your job's done. All right, what's
All
the
right.
payment?
Sure. So, miss, and he sort of puts out his hand as though to shake your hand.
I shake his hand back.
He doesn't shake your hand. He just grabs it as soon as you offer it, and then a menu pops up, and he clicks on it a few
That's
times,
funny.
and a trade offer is given to you for 8 gold pieces.
Oh,
excellent.
cool.
Heck yeah, accept.
You see in your menu, if you pop it up, that you now have 8 gold pieces. He sort of steps past you and reaches over the crate towards Axel.
Do we see these menus whenever they pop up for other people, or do only those people see it?
No, you see it as well.
Okay, so I can I see like exactly like the words, like exactly what was traded, all that stuff?
You could, but I mean, it's kind of small print, so like,
Okay,
you'd have
gotcha.
to be-
Yes, that one I probably wouldn't have, but like in the future, it is something that can be noted.
Yeah, it can be.
Okay. Yeah, Axel will reach his hand out and, you know, just grab it, seeing as what just happened.
Okay. He offers to trade you 8 gold as well.
I accept it.
Okay. And he reaches over to Lily.
While this is happening, can we take this gold out of our inventory and look at it?
How?
like how you were talking about how like we can like pull our items in and out of our inventory. I just want Axel to pull out like a piece or like a single gold piece and like look at it.
Okay. Lily, do you accept the trade? Before
What-
we get to that. He's
what's
offering
the-
to trade you 8 gold.
Does anybody inform me of these?
Yes.
Well, is he in your
Lovely, sweetie.
range?
Hold out your hand for him.
Also,
Yeah, he's reaching out an arm.
If it is mentioned, then yes, I take it.
Yes, I mention it.
Yeah.
He otherwise he would just sort of stand there waiting impatiently. He nods and says, "All right, I'll go tell the conductors immediately. I'm sure they'll be very pleased. Thanks again, constables." And
No
he sort
problem.
of he runs off at a decent pace.
Um,
In any case, real quick, Axel. So you open up your inventory.
Mhm.
You see the 8 gold pieces listed there.
Mhm.
There's no option that like you click on it and nothing happens.
Okay. While I'm clicking this, I just kind of make an aside. And I'm like, damn, feels kind of weird getting paid to be a pig.
In any case, Lily, were you wanting to say something?
listen, guys, I know I can see through the cat, but that might give us hints that we are from not this place. So, listen, I have gotten my fair share of charity from not being able to see. Maybe we can use it to our advantage instead of a disability.
All right, understandable. That's a good point, especially when strangers are around.
Agreed.
Axel's just trying really hard to get this gold out of his thing.
Would you like to? How are you trying to do this?
However, so because with the daggers earlier, I imagine he did the same thing that he saw Lily do with the bow. So
Okay.
like, you know, click it and do the thing. So he's just doing that like over like trying to like click it or do whatever the thing was that she did to put her bow away.
I mean, you were able to put away your daggers. The issue is they're listed in your inventory, right?
Yes.
So you're not sure how to get them out.
No, how to make it. Gotcha. Yeah. After a bit, like just a couple seconds, I turn. I'm like, okay, so like we have these gold pieces, but how can we get them out? Can we look at them? Is it real gold? Because 8 gold pieces, that shit's got to be worth a lot.
Maybe not in this world. It is not. It does not seem the payment goes with the work. If it was,
I guess that does make sense.
Well, are we ready to continue exploring the train?
yes, we do have a task. Let's not keep dawdling.
Also, those papers, Axel, are you going to read them?
Yeah. Okay. Listen, don't get fucking sassy with me, all right? We were dealing with the damn bats. Axel will kind of start. I will start walking towards the other train or the other cart while I'm clicking through my inventory to get the notes out.
You put them in your inventory?
Oh, I guess.
I mean, it's up to you. Well, like you don't have to put things in your inventory. You can carry.
Oh,
them
because you
around.
can just carry. Okay, he probably would have just carried them then. I got you. I thought it kind of like auto went in there. In that case, he would probably just be carrying around. Then he would. I will pull it out of my pocket and just start reading over it.
Okay, it's all in the item details if you want to read it.
While we
I
have
guess
a
I'll read out
moment
loud.
to ourselves, and on the topic of this whole task we've been given, what do you two think about that turtle fellow? Who's to say he won't kill us after we finish our task the same way he killed what was his name?
He already
Hector.
said that he was gonna blow the train up if we failed. So I feel like if he wanted us dead, he already would have killed us for one. 2, that dude clearly was no joke. So I'm gonna look at it as he's gonna let us ride as long as we get his shit done.
Yeah, we don't do the task, we die. We don't identify
yes,
him,
but-
the train blows up. It appears our only solution is to follow him, at least for now. But I agree with your sentiment.
Yes, but I mean, from what I see, he hasn't killed us yet because we're useful as of now. But the second we finish our task and we cease to be useful, who's to say he won't kill us?
I mean, hey, you bring up a great point, but where I'm from, strength wins. And let me tell you, that dude didn't look like a pushover. So right now, I think we focus on figuring it out what the hell it is we can all do and then going from there.
Right.
Yeah. Let's find out more about this world and then make a decision from there.
All right.
All right, and as I am walking, I will be reading through the notes. I'll kind of walk and be like, "Hey, maybe let's go in a room to read this. I don't want to be reading this out loud to everybody with, possible ears."
You want to stay in that train car then, or I don't know if there's enough room for all three of us to fit in our.
Lily, can you hear through the cat? If you can see through it?
To the best of your knowledge, no. You don't appear to be able to hear through the cat.
No.
Well, back to the train car.
All right, I guess we'll hop back in here.
Back to square one.
Close the door.
After relatively short, but I mean, it still took you guys a few minutes, conversation. The train lurches to a start. You feel yourselves moving along.
Shift a
It's
little
not like the train that you're used to. There's no like bumps. It's like perfectly smooth, just a smooth, like bullet train sort of acceleration, although not that fast.
Nice. All right, I start reading it. So, all right, so here's the note from the Red Lotus he handed me, and it says, "You sent your men to die. Further attempts to locate me will result in the same. The spider in the shadows grants me protection from your feeble attempts at magic. I can take life at will, though to do so in this manner is crass and passionless. I have no interest in rebellion, no issue with your regime. Leave me be, and you'll lose less life than if you chase. This is your only warning." And I hand the note over to Lily, being the closest one.
Okay. I will add it to her inventory.
Yes, a paper. Vera, your turn.
Your damn cat can look at it. And then I go back to the other thing.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
What
They just added all the items to your inventory. Literally every item.
I will read it. I will read it.
That is
Every-
really funny.
Oh, I do. Dude, I have a...
Do you have like
I
magical
have-
items?
No, I have
Please
a
tell me
rapier
this.
of life stealing.
Wait, I want a
Oh
rapier
my
of life
God.
stealing. Wait,
And a
God!
sunblade.
I dragged like the items folder over instead of.
Listen, I'm just gonna say this is bullshit because I was told I couldn't have 2 weapons, and now this motherfucker has like 80. All right, this is bullshit.
I would like to... I will be respectful and get rid of everything except the arrows.
I am sorry, God.
I am a simple man, although I cannot scroll down far enough to read the letter.
Okay. All right, and then we got some Red Lotus notes here. I was like, I think we can say that I read through this all, but we can hand it because reading through all of this out loud would take a while and get kind of boring. So there's like 4 different things to go through.
Sure, I'll add the stuff to everyone's inventory.
Okay. Do we have any pen and paper on us right now, or no? Because we literally just have what we were given.
You have what you were given.
All right. With these boxes and crates and chests around us, what are they looking like? As in, if I were to guess that they're holding something, and I know this is a different world, but like, if I'm looking at it from an Earth point of view, does it look like food crates? Does it look like crates to carry luggage?
You can make an investigation check. This isn't like you literally investigate. It's more just intelligence plus a little extra.
Okay.
Like intuition.
Investigation.
Okay. 13. You get the sense that there are like 2 things that are a little bit more obviously like luggage that have been like put here specifically. They're a little bit fancier. The other crates and stuff appear, you would guess, like repair supplies and like sundries and like things for the train.
Okay. Is the luggage like a zipper situation? Like I could very easily open and close it?
No, they're basically like 2 storage
Damn it.
cases. They are locked.
Okay, I'm not gonna fuck with it then. Not yet, at least. Just give it a bit.
Alright. what I can tell, there's no way to mass delete items. So I literally just have to go through the time.
I'm ahead of you.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Hell yeah. Well, while you're
Alright.
deleting items, I guess
Can
I'll
you
be
can
deleting
you
stuff.
you know what might be easier? Can you just give me another character sheet, and I can copy the stats over.
Trying to think if that would actually be easier. Because I'd have to set up your token and stuff.
Oh, that's true. I'll just do
Yeah, that might be easier though. Like it's a lot of items. It's literally every item in the game. So
that is a lot. Oh my, no, dude. Yeah, it is just easier. No offense, bro. I did start deleting, but I haven't scrolled through them.
Oh.
Fuck, it's a lot.
it is a lot.
This will also avoid the issue of him seeing something he shouldn't.
Well, it's forcing. It was just like the stuff in the items folder, so like nothing of it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Standard,
Gotcha.
the standard.
I have a dagger, a +1 dagger. A
Wait,
+2
can I have
dagger,
it?
And a +3 dagger.
Wait,
I have a dagger of venom.
Hold up. Can you like just toss one this way before you get rid of it though? Just real quick.
No.
You're fucking cringe.
All right, here we go. Here's your new guy.
What is your male voice? Alright, fantastic. 7 days after death.
Oh, you'd have to connect all the beast heart stuff.
Yeah, that even that won't take as long as like actually going through all the items. And
What? Yeah.
All right, so here I'm deleting this Lily. Is there anything that we need from her before I delete her?
My stats.
Just like
Okay,
that,
okay.
she's
Oh,
dead.
yes. You should own 2 Lilies now.
Okay. And there's no
So
way for you to like.
he has 2 characters now. This is some bullshit.
I have a lot more than that.
Here, let me see if I'll try to duplicate this Lily. I just did a character template because I wasn't sure if it would duplicate all the items. Yeah, it does duplicate all the items, so that won't work.
Let's see, on the south.
In any case, well, you can mess with the Lily or whatever.
Yeah, I'll be doing my stuff.
This is Red Lotus
The, As you guys are in there reading through the notes together,
The spider in the shadow.
go and make a perception check.
Yes, sir.
For hearing.
I get to ask it now. Is it hearing? Fuck
It is hearing.
Oh, 2 9. Let's go.
9.
Wait, perceiving shit.
22. Noir does sense someone's footsteps coming down towards you guys.
Is there people coming towards us?
Well, if
As
there is.
the door opens,
Can we leave? Like,
and Aaron steps out, carefully making his way over here, and inside he says, "Hi,
I hide the papers.
Yeah, I was like, when she said this, I was putting papers away
Yeah.
and walk out.
were you clearing out like the last of the bats? You're not really supposed to be in the storage compartment otherwise.
Bats can be a bit of a fickle thing. We were wondering if there was any more.
Yeah, I want to make sure the entire lot of them are out.
Are you confident that they are now?
Yes.
It appears to be. We have checked every nook and cranny.
All right, perfect. I need to finish arranging the luggage, if you don't mind.
Oh, of course, no problem, sir.
Oh yeah, we'll leave.
He sort of steps aside, letting you guys leave.
I leave. I just leave.
It's just in the corner.
I'll move your guy. There you go. He closes the door behind him, and you hear him moving about inside the storage compartment.
I don't trust him. Anyways.
All right.
All right.
This music isn't
Continue
helping my
with
trust
one.
fund.
Things. The train is moving like pretty fast. Probably not as fast as you guys are used to, but like probably like 40 miles an hour. So.
Okay.
I jump off. I'm just kidding. No, I don't.
I'm already tired of this life.
And the campaign early.
I was like, Axel will move forward. I didn't know if Lily was going.
No, Lily's busy fixing DM's mistakes.
Bring me with you, please.
Okay.
I can't drag you.
I'm
We don't
actually
have that
really
ability.
mad about this. Like I feel like that's not a thing that you should be able to do. Just add an entire folder of items. That should be.
Just in case, you know.
Can you make me a beast heart?
Yes, I can do that at least.
It's fine. While they're doing that, I'll just read the notes.
Yeah,
Did I not make you the owner of the beast charm? Maybe I did.
Okay.
Ink leaked toward below. Mm.
Okay, I think I linked your companion stuff too.
Thank you.
There seems to be a common theme amongst these deaths.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Take your time.
Stay safe.
Don't
Stay
drown.
safe. Add time. Add time.
Don't drown in there. Breathing room.
Oh, I don't have the. God
Great.
damn it.
Ooh.
Alright, y'all don't get any ads. Y'all are lucky this time.
Hey, my AC is crazy. I got a +2 to AC, a +1, a +1, a 15 base AC, a +2
Just because
to
you have
AC.
things in your inventory? That's really funny.
Great. Lots of heart failure.
Yeah, I'm
No
noticing that as
problem.
well.
You guys give me the quick rundown on these notes.
Yeah. So you heard the first
So
one.
inclined.
Yeah, you heard the first one, which like I don't think gives us much information and is more to be like, hey, I kill anyone that comes after me. Was like more the intention of that one. I mean, he says I can take life at will, which is kind of crazy. As for the Red Lotus notes, I've only gotten through the full first 2 deaths. And both of them are like indeterminate death besides heart failure. Like they don't really know why. Their spirit mana was completely gone, at least for the first 2.
And
The
it
vampire.
seems like all of them are loners as well, in some shape or
there's
form.
never any witnesses. I
Room
was like, I only got the first 2 here. Standard military brat. Short temper. 36 seconds of death pay to be sent to Wilson's home.
Okay, the last one is a little different than the previous 3. He has a family, hard working and strong. Boys room.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Monsieur.
It seems
How
like
goes
they're
the rebirth of the lily?
I just need the longbow, and I think I'm good.
Okay. I can do this. I believe in myself.
If you do it again,
Is the cause of death the same in the 4th one as well?
Beyond, yeah, heart
Spirit mana,
failure,
yeah.
spirit mana completely gone.
I have 18 hit points. Fuck yeah.
Prep gun, soldier.
You have 18 hit points? How the fuck did you get 18 hit points?
I don't know. I just added it. I had to redo it. I had to like
You got it. You just got it like that.
reassess the situation.
The boys Red Lotus. Wait.
The boys are back in town.
I was like, Axel will start a good conversation with me.
Left him out. Okay.
Alright, I'll mess with it later. I imagine you probably aren't gonna. Well, you won't be using it in any case because you don't have any arrows. So
Rolled.
Very true, my dear.
So we can definitely all 3 fit in a room, right? Because like one can sit on the top bunk, one on the bottom bunk, and then one just like in front of the door.
yeah, I mean it's pretty cramped, but you guys could fit 3 to a room. if you
Okay.
wanted to.
Yeah. I think we should do that. Yeah, Axel, I walk over and I'm like, so probably not going back there. We should all be able to fit though. If y'all want to hop in, I was like, if y'all want to hop on the bunk bed, I can just stand in front of the door.
I agree.
I was like, can you drag yourself yet? Okay, I didn't know if it was available yet.
I say we stay in the corner. Then we don't need to worry about the one room. No, I will keep a lookout.
I think Vera went by herself to the other room.
Is Vera?
Goodbye, Vera.
Vera? Where the fuck are you going?
Okay. Ah, cramped. Lily,
What
move
happened?
over.
No.
Okay. I had read through the first one. I think just for time's sake and me not reading through this whole thing, we will say that I read out loud through the second section of notes here. Yeah.
Okay, so the first 3 deaths are fairly similar. The first 3 they were all like loners. The last one though, that one's different. The boy, the 14-year-old male,
What was mild mannered,
His
kind according to his sister,
death
hardworking,
is
strong.
different.
Found a red lotus
Armen
coin.
Bench.
This room, Red Lotus was in a Pimmy cult worshipping Lilith. Rooted out.
Yeah, he was found with the coin, and he's different because he had the runes on him, and he had a family as opposed to the previous 3 that were all just kind of by themselves.
We're good.
Again, died for it. No sign of
Okay,
combat, just
so-
bodies. No spearmen on any of them. Killer left a note. Oh, and that was the note from the Red Lotus. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
I was like,
I get
I'm not
Okay.
gathering a whole lot about who the actual Red Lotus is here. More so that he can just kind of snap people's life force out of existence,
just
I
give
guess.
them- I can take life at will, so I'm assuming he can give people heart attacks. And also steal their mana, I suppose. The spider in the shadows, I suppose we should look for clues concerning that. Hopefully
That
there's
is
somewhere
weird.
where we can gather information on this train.
Whenever, like, before we got onto the train, looking from the outside, because, if it's a 7-day train trip, right, there has to be, like, food of some kind. Do we know how that works yet? Like, were we told this, or could we see, is there, like, a food, like, specific train car that we would have to go to?
I don't remember telling you guys anything.
Well, I didn't know if we saw it from the outside, is what I was asking, I guess.
I mean, you saw a number of cars from the outside, but the windows are kind of tinted.
They're all the
You weren't
same.
able to
Okay.
see. Just to let you know, Noir, through Noir's eyes, you saw Aaron stop at the door at the end here, knock on it. It opened up, and he appeared to speak with someone for, I don't know, about 30 seconds. Give a little bow, and then he continued on.
So which this door right here? Or where are you talking about?
This door right
Oh,
here.
I didn't realize you pinged over here. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Just want to let you know.
Get him!
Yeah, I mean, I guess our best bet's gonna be this spider thing. That's about the only real hint about the actual person themselves, from what I can tell.
So, grants me protection from your feeble attempts at magic. I'm assuming spells aren't going to work the best on him.
Maybe not spells from people of this land.
Take life.
On that, I look up and I'm like, oh yeah, are you both from Earth?
I nod my head.
Unfortunately.
Again, I'm glad we can at least agree on that. But okay, cool. I mean, I'm assuming you're from France, or at least French descent. Obviously, gesturing towards Lily.
Yes.
I was born in Lyon and grew up in Marseille.
All right. Wasn't much of a geography buff, but I'll assume French. And I look over to Vera. How about you?
You wish to know where I'm from? The United States. Is this important information?
Oh, the Americas. I've been to New York and California a couple times.
Man, you really choose the shitty ones, huh?
Why? Did you live there?
No, I'm from Chicago, but I've, know,
Oh.
all the popular spots, they kind of suck for the most part. They're just touristy bullshit.
And Chicago is somehow better than New York?
Oh
I
no,
doubt it.
no. Hey, let me be clear. I'm not saying Chicago's any better at all. It's usually the mid-sized towns that are a lot better.
Nah, it's alright. I'm not a big fan of the Americas.
Fucking, that makes two of us.
Yeah, Brazil is beautiful, but other than that,
Fair enough. Well, suppose on that note, you two pick up anything else from these notes that I'm not seeing?
I was not able to see them.
The line where
Well, when
she's-
we read them out loud.
So funny. Okay. Well, I suppose for now, want to look for clues about spiders. Hopefully, there's somewhere on this train we can get more.
Listen, I'm not one for reading or theory, but let's just walk around and see what we're here for 7 days. We might as well see all of it.
How long
Let's
has it
at
been
least
since
the
we
layout of
have been transported here about?
I mean, I would estimate like about 10 minutes. Like you guys spent some time talking, but not that much time.
Like since we teleported even into the cave area?
Oh no, that'd probably be more like, I don't know, 40 minutes or something like
Okay, I was wondering if like we'd be hungry yet, like how long it was to get to the train and stuff.
that. You might be a little bit hungry. You've literally never tasted food, so.
All right.
Beckers?
Yeah, in that case, yeah, I would definitely be like, well, honestly, I could do for at least trying some of this, whatever foreign delicacy they have here, and it's kind of a free excuse for us to explore the train a little bit. Y'all want to try that out?
Yeah. Let's at least get a layout of the train for today.
Noah seems hungry since he joined, so
Noir meows.
All right.
So eloquent.
Do we
words.
want to work different ways for now and kind of see what we can gather? How much more is there? Did we see? Okay, there's more both ways. Or I guess, actually, probably shouldn't actually. If we walk through that storage area again, we might get in a little trouble.
we might as well see the other
I'll say-
parts of this train.
I'll save my trouble for later. Axel will just start jotting his way down. Wee. Axel is just chonking through with no regard to anything. Is this are any of these locked? I mean, I presume I probably shouldn't just be clicking.
No,
things.
they're not. They're not locked. If I can lock them, so if they're
Oh,
locked,
okay,
I
okay,
already
cool.
locked them.
All right. So what's my
Sure. So,
I talked to Vera before she goes on the train. If she could escort me, keeping up appearances.
Yeah, I offer my arm and everything.
Okay. I'm walking side by side with Vera, and then Nora is. How big is Nora as like a normal cat?
I imagine her as like a very large cat, so not like small by any means, but not obviously
not
not a
abnormally
cat.
large? Yeah.
Like so like as big a cat as you would normally imagine.
We just better make sure he doesn't yawn, or we're fucked.
In any case, to describe the people in this particular cart, there are two younger individuals sitting side by side, sort of slowly, sort of talking to each other. They're holding hands, and as soon as you guys enter, the boy looks up. He looks like he's about 14, and she looks about the same age.
I'll beat his ass.
Sort of glares at you, and then continues talking with her.
Glares like a I don't like you glare.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, more like a don't talk to me glare. That sort of glare.
Yeah, excellent. Like, okay, continue.
Further along, there's a guy who's just looking down at his papers towards the side here. Looks to be a little bit older. There's a man who is also looking at some papers, sort of shuffling through them. And there's a boy who's sort of running around from side to side, looking through the various windows. The guy occasionally looks up and sort of mumbles, "Oh, be careful," sort of like a distracted father would.
Of course. Yeah. As soon as I walk in and I get this side eye, I will step up. I just go,
Axel,
He jumps to his feet and sort of puts his hand at his side, glaring at.
what are you doing?
is there like a weapon or something?
There is a sheath at his side. It looks like it's supposed to be hidden, but you can see that there's clearly a dagger sheath.
Okay. As soon as I see him reach to grab the thing, Okay, actually, I should ask this. So, 14-year-old, are we talking like beefy 14-year-old, like hit puberty early, or like we haven't hit puberty yet?
Probably mid-puberty.
Okay.
He's not particularly large.
Okay.
He would maybe come up to your chest.
Okay.
I don't know how tall Axel is, but
He's like an average like male height. I mean, like high fives, like 5'10", 5'11".
yeah, so he's probably like 5'3", maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I step up, and as I see him go for his sheath, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm not trying to start nothing, but probably just shouldn't be giving people the side eye, brother.
I looked at you, saw that you had weapons. Can't blame you for getting a little nervous.
All right, fair enough, but listen, where I come from, you can't just give people looks, all right?
Where do you come from?
I come from. I have to look at the pronunciation again, but I do
I
remember
believe
the
he
thing.
comes from
Rheintal, yeah.
He sort of shrugs and he says, "Haven't heard of it, don't care. You're the constable that the train guy was talking about, cleared out those bats?"
That's the one.
All right, well, good job. Can't get out of this hellhole fast enough, so thanks.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Just, watch where you're looking. And I will just keep walking forward.
The girl that he's talking to, is there anything noteworthy about her?
She looked panicked when he stood up and was just sort of like looking at the conversation very skittishly, like she was ready to like dart out of the way if she needed to. She looks like to be about the same age, like I said, sort of a shock of red hair. You can make an insight check if you'd like to try to get a little bit more detail. If
Hey,
you want, you don't have
Well,
to. 10. Yeah, you're not sure. They seem to be kind of nervous and flighty, but you're not really sure why.
hey, meta-wise, when it comes to having things like in this inventory, like now that we've messed with a little bit, how long does it take to like pull out like our daggers from our inventory?
Have you figured out how to get things out of your inventory?
Oh, I guess not.
Then I guess you don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, Axel will just keep on walking, keep on trucking through.
I kind of get on the other side of Vera here, and while not looking directly at them,
Because I do have this cover over my eyes. I touch the table again, looking kind of like straightforward, not really staring at them, and go, "I do apologize for him. He can be a bit, how you say, upfront."
You two are constables too?
indeed.
I believe so. Last time I checked, no.
And I give a little chuckle.
Okay. Well, they must be kind of nice up there in Rheintal if their law enforcement looks like you two.
Oh my. Well, looks
The,
gonna be
the girl kind of glares at him and gives him like a little shove. And she says, "Don't listen to him. Women can do whatever we want."
Yes, we can, my dear. Do not forget that.
She nods, sort of blushing a little bit at her partner there is
Regardless, enjoy the rest of your trip. I'm sure we will see each other at some point or another.
the boy nods, the girl nods, and it looks like she's about to say something, but stops herself and just says, "Okay, yeah, well, I'm sure I'll see you later."
Can I make it
Axel,
insight?
sure, you can make an insight check. Axel, as you were moving past Michael there,
I was gonna drag you
he
back
sort of
right.
pops up in front of you and reaches out a hand. He says, "Michael Stark, good to meet you. Constable, from what I understand. Good work with those bats. Saving up's all a bit of a headache with the delayed schedule and whatnot."
When I see his hand go out, is this in the same way that the other guy did, or does it look different in the sense of he might actually be trying to shake my hand?
You can make an either perception or insight. I don't care with either.
Okay. I don't think I'm particularly great at either, and I think they're both wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be dog shit either way, baby. Insight it
Have you
is.
played a Hudson campaign before? Do you know what skill checks are going to be used? All right, 50. I mean, that's not bad. It looks like it's very subtle, but it does seem slightly different.
Okay.
Like he doesn't tend to actually shake your hand as opposed to trade with you.
Okay. I will go ahead and reach my hand out to shake his hand. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I mean, it was just some bats after all.
Well, all the same, like I said, you put a bit of stress off of our minds. Listen, maybe I might have, seeing as you're constables and whatnot, you might have some skills that might be helpful. I have a bit of a job that I'd like you to help out with. Of course, for a bit of money, we're happy to pay. But I
Axel lights up.
seem to have lost something on the train, and I'd like some help finding it.
Well, what are we talking? Like a suitcase? You lose a kid?
Nothing like that. Listen, you should find me later. I'll tell you then. And he sort of glances behind him for a moment,
Okay.
and then looks back at you.
Yeah. For sure. Is it okay if I bring my partners along with me? Because I mean, we usually kind of do it as a
Please
team.
do. More eyes, the merrier.
All right. Well, I'm sure we can stop by. Is there somewhere you want to meet in particular?
No, just maybe someplace a little more private than this.
All right. I mean, do you have somewhere in mind? We just got to the train, so we're trying to check out the train to see exactly where all things are.
He shrugs and says, either maybe around here if things clear out, or in the the nicer cabins to the left. I doubt the staff will kick us out. Kind of a undercrewed, under passenger train here, so there's plenty of extra room. No rush. I mean, listen, we have 7 days here, so no rush.
That's fair.
You said, is it your first time on a train, sir?
No, not my first time on a train, but on this one in particular,
of course. You would have had to come here on the train, I suppose.
Yes, they're all laid out differently. You never know.
Really? I always thought they were kind of the same layout, but maybe not.
Rheintar's got some interesting stuff.
I don't think there was a train track that went up to Rheintal. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, shit, we gotta get places somehow. It's not quite like this type of train. It's a whole thing.
Okay. Oh, all right. Fair enough.
Nailed it.
In any case, I suppose I'll talk to you later. Mr.
Axel.
Axel. Like I said, Michael Stark, and he reintroduces himself and shakes your hand again. And then he sits down, lets you go by.
Will we get with what did you roll? 13? What do we get with the 13?
With Alina, you get the sense she did want to talk to you a little bit more, but she's worried that her little partner there would cause issues if she tried to talk with you more right now.
I see. Well, if you guys need anything, well, and I put my head down and pretend to look at my clothes. I cannot see what I am wearing, but I believe I am a bit unique. So if you need to find me, you know who I am. I am more than welcoming to talk. I know Vera is my eyes, but I am her ears.
They just sort of nod uncertainly. Even the boy who was a little bit more brash earlier isn't quite sure what to say to this.
Regardless, I guess just pressing onwards then.
Yep. Lead and Lily.
The boy runs into you, Axel, as he's trying to pass her, not looking both ways. He sort of stumbles back and falls to the ground.
I was worried this was gonna happen. Fuck. All right.
The man looks up and says, "Jordan, apologize. I'm sorry, sir."
It is what it is. You know, kids are kids. What does the kid say?
The kid glares up at you, but then he sees his father glare at him, and he says, "Sorry, sir."
No, all good, kid. Just watch where you're going, and I will just keep walking by.
As we pass by Michael, can I like glance at his face? Is there anything worth insight in there? No suspicious
I mean-
expressions.
I'm probably not going to roll an insight check for just his face. That's kinda mean. No, he gives you both polite nods as you guys pass, but he doesn't like go to engage you.
Was Michael the one that had papers in front of him as well? As Zachary?
Both of them do actually.
Okay, I would like Nor, and I would communicate this to Nor through our
Your link.
soul bond. That I would like him to, kind of go behind me a little bit, and then like start walking like from desk, and then like jump to his desk, and like look at his papers.
Sure.
But you know, there's just a cat doing cat shit.
Yeah, he seems a little bit startled at first, but he sort of gives a uncomfortable chuckle and kind of tries to ignore the cat. So through Noir's eyes, you catch a little bit of detail in the papers that he's reading. They appear to be contract papers. Clearly not an original; it's more of a copy. They're related to arms sales, specifically clubs, metal armor. More non-lethal sorts of weapons.
Gotcha. Okay. Seeing this, I stop and stop Vera and Noah, where are you, my dear? Do not annoy the people. And Noah kind of purrs and calmly like walks down and starts going on the other side.
Okay.
Strategy.
All right. I suppose Noir goes up behind Zachary.
Correct.
Okay. Sure. So Zachary, he actually reaches out and pets Noir a little bit, sort of tentatively at first.
Yeah,
But it-
nor does not have a negative response to it.
He's looking at a very different set of papers. They appear to be like different job listings. There's a common name, Corlita, which anyway, that appears to be the city in which he's considering these job postings. It's mostly for blacksmithing work. There's a few in there that he sort of shifts through that are for construction work as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, I guess since he even pet Nora just continues doing cat shit, just jumping from thing to thing.
He is as soon as you two pass by, Jordan does try to run up to Noir and start petting him, sort of frantically, before he leaves. Is Noir male, by the way? I should ask.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Jordan goes up and pets him as you guys are leaving this train compartment.
Sure. Nora does not pay it any mind unless it's
Aggressive.
No, it's not aggressive. He's just trying to get a lot of pets in before you guys move on.
Yeah, Nor happily accepts the pets if they are of kind spirit.
Bro, where the hell's the food? God damn.
Does Axel say this as you enter this train?
Actually, honestly, that'd kind of be his goal. Probably not like super loudly because he's doesn't want to interrupt. But yeah, he'll step through and just be like, God, where the hell's the food around here?
Yeah. A head peeks out from behind the little wall here. This appears to be sort of more of an upper class waiting cabin. As a man in armor and with a long sword strapped to his side sort of peeks out from behind. Noting your entry, he sort of he doesn't give you like a negative look, more just like an appraising look.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a few moments, he moves back inside to his waiting compartment area.
Okay, so he was just kind of looking me up and down, like no harsh vibes.
I mean, he stared maybe longer than would be like
Okay.
normally socially acceptable, but like not, yeah.
All right.
He's not like glaring at you or anything.
Walking by, then Axel. I won't say anything, but I will like glare back. Walking by. Maybe glare is the wrong word, but like, giving him the same energy that he gave me, looking wise. As I go by,
He looks up at you and meets your stare.
I'm just gonna continue walking if he doesn't say anything.
He will say, "Constables from Rheintal, huh?
Yeah, that's us.
Never been to Rheintal. Here, it's a nice place.
Yeah,
Peaceful.
little out there, but it is quite peaceful.
Well, that's good.
Well, you wouldn't happen to know on this train where we can get some food, would you?
Next card over."
Awesome. Well, thanks, man. I'll just keep walking from there. He doesn't stop me.
I give a polite nod to him as I pass by.
He doesn't return the nod.
I'll beat his ass later. All right. I don't say that out loud. That is not. He's just thinking it internally.
Two individuals here are much better dressed. They appear to be like in their mid-30s. They don't even know. They don't look at you at all. They're just like busy, like sort of whispering to each other. They pay you no mind.
Can Nora pick up on any of the whispers?
You can make a perception check with. I guess this is hearing, so with advantage. 15. Yeah. So they do appear to be whispering about you guys specifically at the moment, but they're not being like super obvious about it. They're like the one in front smells, things like that. Sort of just like gossiping, not like super mean spirited, but like I don't know, like high school bullies.
It's a really good thing Axel doesn't hear this. I'll tell you what.
little judgy. Okay, yeah, I continue walking. I pay it no mind.
I was like, Axel mentally in that moment was just like, God, fucking Richies. Keeps going. Boop. As I stop at the door, and I turn around. I'm like, all right. Now, from what I was told, we're finally gonna get some damn food. As I open the door, what the fuck? Are there windows on any of these doors, or is it just solid doors?
If there were windows, I would have made the walls.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Next question, God.
I stop and turn around and go, all right, we either got lied to, or we just proceed through this door. What are we thinking?
Well, if you walk in on someone accidentally, just say, whoopsie, I thought there was food in there.
With a foolproof plan.
Yeah, I've never heard anything worse than that. Axel will walk straight ahead and open this door. Oh, thank God. All right, start off the brow. We're good.
There's a bit of a scent that hits your nostrils as you come in of food.
Are we talking good or bad scent?
Fairly good. There's a guy right next to you. He's actually much smaller than a person and much stockier.
Okay.
He doesn't appear to be human, or at least if he does, he has a very strange, set of physical characteristics for a human.
Gotcha.
He's currently sort of like eating a soup that has a fairly pleasant smell.
Yeah. Okay. Axel would not say anything, but I am not saying anything verbally, but I'm definitely walking by and like basically examining him. Just like in my head, I'm like, what is this thing?
Okay.
Yeah, just walking by, just looking at him.
Yeah. So he looks up as you're looking at him.
Yep.
And sort of tilts his head. He puts down his spoon and says, "Hello, mister. Can I help you with something?"
Oh, no, sorry. We were just looking for food. I didn't know, is this like a sit down kind of situation, or do we need to order somewhere?
Oh,
I don't know
well,
if you know.
Yeah, pick a table, I think, and Miss Alma over there will serve you when she gets around to it, I suppose.
Okay, thanks, man. And Axel will try to walk off as non-awkwardly as possible.
He calls after you and says, "I recommend the soup."
Oh, yeah, I'll give it a shot. and just keeps going.
No mushrooms where I come from. He sort of calls out after you.
Yeah, not a big mushroom guy, but that's fine. And I will try to just sit down.
As this is happening, I enter the room, staring blankly forward. Go, I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
Yeah, he looks over at you and says, well, you'll have to try them. I don't know if you might be familiar with them. I'm not exactly from around here. Are you, where are you from, if I may ask?
Am I from Rheintal?
Oh, Rheintal, lovely little place. Visited there over holiday. Tell me, how's the mayor doing?
Oh, I do not keep myself in politics. I grew up in a rather back corner part of the city.
The town, you mean? Rheintal, the town?
Town, city, same down at the ends of the day.
Once you've been to Duran or Corlita, calling Rheintal a city is a little, well, it's a pleasant little town. I'll say that much.
I will say I do not have, as you can see from my impairment, I cannot travel alone too much, so I'm hoping to explore.
Is Noir looking at this guy, I imagine, while you're talking to him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do see, and I mean, Vera, you guys can both make insight checks.
Axel is. I'm just thinking to myself, like, dude, was that a is that a real life magical dwarf thing?
18 and 21. Okay. So Lily, with regards to like you're talking about your blindness, he seems like genuinely distressed by your mentioning it. Like legitimately like kind of angry. Not like at the fact that you're blind at all. He seems to think that it's like, it's like someone saying, "Oh yeah, like, my mom kicked me the other day," or something like that. Like it's just like a horrible thing that you said right there. That should not be the case. With Vera's 21, when he was talking about the city versus town thing, he appeared to have let it go. But it's pretty obvious, like he filed it away in the back of his head, and he's kind of suspicious of you guys right now. But he's keeping a very pleasant like smile on his face. In any case, yeah, I recommend the mushroom soup. Back where I come from, we have plenty of mushrooms, but they grow a little bit different in the greenhouses of Almgarten as opposed to the halls of Ethel Helder, my hometown, my home city.
I see. Very well. I will
Excuse me.
take your recommendation in my mind.
He said that he called where he's from a city, right?
He did.
Oh, you mentioned, how much bigger is your hometown or city compared to where we're from?
Compared to Rheintal, Rheintal, I suppose, my last estimate that I'd heard was about 10,000, yes? My home city has about 150,000, maybe a little more.
Sheesh.
Oh my, no wonder you didn't think Rheintal was a city then. Goodness, I thought 10,000 was a big number.
Well, no. I mean, it's still smaller than Corlita, right? About 200,000 in the city we just bid adieu to.
Oh, well. Well, we will definitely taste that mushroom soup. Come on, Lily.
We were really choking
Yes.
the bag here.
He just has a big smile on his face as you guys leave. And he even looks down at the cat, who has been staring at him a little bit more than a normal cat would. And he gives like a little wave.
Oh, that's cute.
The cat, Nor, does not give any response. He just kind of circles back and follows Lily.
Towards the front, there is another guy in armor. He has like a little handle of a hammer sort of hanging from his side. He belches loudly as he has like a giant stack of food in front of him. The servant woman steps out and begins moving towards you guys as you guys take your seats. And the man puts up a hand and says, Alma, another stack of breadsticks, please. She looks down and says, yes, sir. I'll take these people's orders and then, now, please, I think. These fellows don't mind waiting, I think. And he sort of glances back at you guys for just a moment. Alma looks uncomfortably between you guys and him. If you wouldn't mind waiting.
It is. Take your time. No worries. He was here before us.
Alma nods, and the man says, see, they don't mind waiting. He quickly steps through the door.
Yeah, I don't know if this would have affected it. Axel was like giving him a not nice look whenever he looked back.
Sure, he'll make a perception check, see if he notices. Yeah, with a 15, yeah. So he glanced back for a moment, and this sort of continued out, and then he stands up, coming out into the hallway there, and he puts his hands at his side. He's a very big man. He's probably like 6'5", 6'6". Fairly muscular, although there's like a bit of a belly underneath his armor. He looks at you, Axel, and says, well, howdy there, friend. Are you the constables we've been hearing so much about?
Yeah. That's us.
Well, I suppose I should introduce myself. My name's Joseph Wallach. I'm the Lieberman's bodyguard, so, if there's any issue that you might have with them, come talk to me first, and I'm sure we can sort it out. And he gives you sort of like a nasty smile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
I give him the most like fake shit-eating grin. Just like, yeah, I'm sure we can work it out.
He snorts and sits down and continues eating.
I glare at Axel and I'm like, play nice. We don't need to be making enemies right off the bat.
Listen, I don't give a goddamn. I don't give a damn where I'm at. All right, I'm not gonna let this elitist bullshit happen here too.
Seem to have quite the chip on your shoulder.
I mean, call it what you will. I can't fucking stand these people just thinking they're better for one reason or another.
Yes, well, you're gonna have to pretend to like them so that they don't become too suspicious of us.
I mean, hey, I don't think I gotta pretend shit, okay? If they try to say anything, I mean, what? I'll just tell them I'm from Rheintal and that I hate people not from Rheintal. I'll make something up.
Then you yourself are being discriminatory?
Well, I mean, being discriminatory for other discriminators, I suppose. Sure, yeah.
Lily is staring, like off into the distance, but she is quite adept with the knife she is currently playing with, doing several tricks, spinning it on her hand and others. And listen, I would not like to, how you say, form a ruckus. We are here to do a job, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm here to do that job. I do not care what formalities we have to deal with.
Right. Well, I guess some of us have a little more self-respect than others, then, because I'm not going to be treated like that.
While still staring, like off into the distance, she, in mid-spin, stops the knife, pointing right at Axel's throat, and goes, "Be careful with your words, monsieur. For
right.
Everybody has to sleep at some point, and some of us may not wake up, huh?"
I mean,
okay, you two. Come on. Easy. We're all in this together. We don't need to be at each other's throats. We've only been here an hour.
Yeah, I just laugh and sit back.
Oh god, why is he
This is a problem. Yeah, I laugh and sit. I laugh and sit back and just go, listen, you can kill me in my sleep. That's up to you. I can't stop you, but I have a weird feeling y'all aren't completing this mission, just the two of you. And frankly, I don't think any of us could do this shit alone, seeing as what we're probably gonna have to put up with. So, you make your call as you will, I suppose.
Lily, please put away the knife. Axel, please put away your attitude. Let's just eat peacefully.
I pointed it at him for just a second, and then continued playing with it. I didn't really keep it there. But yeah.
And rolled a 25.
He did not 20.
Alma walks up after serving Joseph his breadsticks and hands you all little paper menus and says, is there anything in particular you'd like? As you see, we have a somewhat limited selection, but I assure you everything here is tasty enough.
We've heard any good things about the mushroom soup.
She nods and says, sure, not my first choice, but I think dwarves are particular to the flavors of their homeland.
Are there prices on this menu?
So there are on some food items towards the bottom, but not on others.
Okay, I guess I'll just... Alma, was it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so these items without, prices next to them, are they just free?
Yes, included in the price of your ticket.
Oh,
the other thing is the other items that cost a little more, they have a bit of a premium surcharge on top of them. That's the number by each of them.
Oh, well, shoot. And then what are my free options?
Your free options are like the soup is among the free options. There's various other fairly standard sundries like sandwich, basic food.
Just basic
Towards
food.
the bottom, there's a little bit more fancy stuff like a particular type of roast, fish, things like that, and some alcoholic beverages are also listed with a surcharge.
Looking, I'm like, well, I'll just take the sandwich. I hand
perfect, sir.
the menu back.
The sandwich and the mushroom soup would be included on our ticket then?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, then I will get a sandwich and a side of mushroom soup, please.
Certainly. She takes your menu. For you, miss?
Uh,
I can read the menu if you'd like.
No, it's okay. I would like to order what she did, and I trust you with this, but something for my beautiful cat Noir as well.
She looks down at Noir and says, yes, I suppose she'd be okay with raw fish?
Raw fish sounds perfect. Noir, do you agree?
Noir meows, I suppose,
Yeah.
happily.
Yeah.
Alma says, I'm not sure exactly what the situation is with pets. I'll ask my supervisor, but I imagine it'll be fine. I'll let you know if there's any issues.
Thank you, my dear.
Of course.
Oh, sorry.
Are you gonna ask her for anything else?
No, I was gonna ask about the menu specifically. Price-wise, what were our average prices? Because I think Axel would be trying to kind of get a hold, especially after the comment of gold probably isn't worth here what it is at home. Get an idea of pricing and what things are worth.
Sure. So the things that are listed with prices, they aren't listed with gold prices. They're listed with silver prices.
Shit. Well, that didn't help me at all. All right, good talk.
The silver prices range from about 1 to 9.
Okay.
In any case, Alma gives a little bow and hurries off to put in your orders.
Okay. I lower my voice and I'm like, okay. And I look around. No one's looking at us, right? No one's listening to us.
You can make a perception check.
Noir would also be trying to do the same thing.
Sure. Noir can make a perception check too then.
At advantage?
No, this is sight.
At advantage? Question mark?
14.
Yeah, you look around. He's trying not to be obvious about it, but the dwarf that you spoke to earlier does occasionally sort of glance at you guys. He has you guys. I mean, he's in a perfect position to see you from the corner of his vision, right? He's in the corner of the thing there. So he is keeping an eye on you guys to a certain extent.
Okay, but he's far enough away that he can't hear us, right?
You would imagine.
I don't like how you said that. Okay,
we don't know what kind of powers dwarves
I'm gonna
got.
play it safe. Okay, you two. Let's play nice. No more attitude problems, okay?
Do not
We're
look at me.
here all-
I was merely entertaining his fantasy of whatever he wanted to do. I was just pointing out the obvious hypocrisies.
We're all co-workers here from the same town. We don't need to start fighting. Got work to do. And I just obviously like look around, trying to indicate like stop causing a scene for the strangers. Just witness.
I mean, hey, listen, I don't know what hypocrisies you're referring to, but I suppose I'll play nice for now, seeing as we aren't alone.
It appears you and the word hypocrisy have a little time to get together, if you don't know what that means.
The person
Hello.
earlier
Sorry.
walks forward and sort of takes a seat on the other side, sort of leaning towards you guys. He says, "Hi. Do you mind if I speak with you for a moment? I was curious. I'm a bit of a friend, more of an acquaintance, really, but I was a friend with the chief of the constable. You're all constables, right? That's what the man said earlier. You helped out with the bat problem."
Helped out with the bat problem one way or another, yes?
Yeah, so I suppose you know Chief Charlie.
We're new members of the force, sir. I mean, we're not too well acquainted with all of our co-workers yet.
Chief Charlie? I don't remember Chief Charlie.
No, maybe he retired since. It's been a few years. Pardon me. I was just curious to see if you knew him. In any case, I was curious. Why were you in Corlita, and how long have you been in the great Grecian city?
That was where we just left, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For couple of days, maybe weeks. I don't know. Time flies by, I guess.
Are you on vacation?
I wish.
No. We were doing some how you say grunt work. Me and Vera have known each other for a while, but Axel is new to our group, and we were doing some simple task and hoping to get some how you say synergy.
I do the good old smile and wave when she says my name.
We were trying to get our coordination together and our combat skills, more or less, trying to figure that out. Figured a slightly bigger city was a better task.
A training mission, then.
Yes, that would be one way to put it.
Oh, fantastic. I hope you didn't have to deal with any of the rebels in your time in Corlita.
Well, once you go to a big city like that, really, whether they are rebels, thieves, normal villagers, you have to keep a watchful eye out. And I chuckle to myself.
He chuckles along with you politely.
But yes, when you go to a bigger city, the enemies are all around you, and like I said, I have been dealing with that forever. So
Well, it must be quite a shift from Rheintal. I mean, Corlita compared to Rheintal. I imagine most exciting thing that happens in Rheintal is a horse jumping over a fence and eating some wheat from another farmer's grain field.
I give I meet whatever amount of chuckling he's doing, and go yes. Well, I do not. What was your name, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. And he stands up and sort of brushes himself off. He's in relatively nice clothing as well, sort of a long, flowing red robe. He says, "My name's Buffer Lighteye. I'm a diplomat. Diplomat from the Ur clan to the Doric Empire. At your service." And he gives you a bow.
The Doric Empire?
The Doric Empire, the one we're in right now.
Of course.
Do they call it something different in Rheintal?
No, it appears it is the same name, but
You guys, whoever's interested can make an insight check if you'd like at this point.
Oh, the Axel's just
the
sitting there studying
entire
the
time
situation.
I'm trying to do something with that. Okay, thank God.
Okay, so, well, everyone except for Axel, I guess at this point, realizes that he does not think that you're from Rheintal.
Yes, yeah.
And he's kind of messing with you at this point.
Yeah, no, I assume that.
Yeah, I get up from my seat and I give a little bow, and I politely, Monsieur, is there a reason you have how do I put this respectfully? Is there a reason you have picked us out as a point of interest?
Oh, my apologies. And he sits back down. He says, I'm afraid I've always been somewhat curious. It's a bit of a failing, or at least so my parents tell me. But it's served me well over the years in my work in human realms. It's a bit more of a rewarded trait in areas more populated by your kind. In any case, I'm disturbing you. I'm sure we'll have an opportunity to speak later. He gives a kind smile and returns back to his seat.
Cool.
But a fucking twat, no?
Yeah, I'd say that went pretty well.
Alma comes in and delivers all of your orders, including a nice little helping of raw fish for Noir. She says, so my supervisor said that for you guys, it's fine to, we'll keep your pet fed in the meantime. No extra charge. You guys help us out, we help you out. That's what he said.
Oh, thank you, mademoiselle. Very kind of you.
Of course. Let me know if you need anything else. And she sort of returns to her seat there where she was sitting.
This sandwich Axel will eat as soon as he gets it. He does not care about manners. What am I looking for? Like, is it just a normal everyday sandwich? Nothing special? Like, we're just...
Yeah. Is Axel used to sort of American food?
Used to American food and like nothing expensive. He's very used to just kind of like eating whatever you can get at like the local Walmart. I mean, like nothing special.
So it is much tastier and much better spiced than what you would normally eat, then I suppose.
Okay.
The spices are a little bit unusual. They kind of have like more of a bitter taste to them, but it's pretty tasty though. Despite that, it meshes well with the ingredients. Yeah.
I take a bite. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is free. This is insane. And I just start chomping away.
Cool.
You are,
While we're eating, I'm going to use the bathroom.
Noah, please remember to eat with some manners, eh?
I think I'm going to eat my sandwich how I like to eat my sandwich. Thank you.
I am not talking to you. I'm talking to the cat.
Noir licks up some of the fish that got sort of pushed off of her plate, making sure the floor is nice and clean.
How sweet.
I eat everything with my utensils.
Okay. The mushroom soup, I mean, I don't know if it would be to your liking or not. It is definitely like a pretty heavy soup. So it is a little bit difficult to digest.
The French, they eat mushrooms.
I guess yeah, French digestive system would probably be okay.
It's very different from normal humans.
Oh man.
They eat snails and shit, so I mean, I don't know.
Okay, but it's kind of yummy though.
Oh man.
All right, I guess we eat. Do we continue exploring after our meal?
Well, before, as Axel's about halfway through, he kind of looks up. Does he see any way to get Alma's attention besides just yelling? Like, is there any kind of bell or a button or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. She's just sort of sitting there reading a small book.
Okay. Axel will. I'll just look at her and I'll go, Miss Alma.
She gets up and walks over towards you guys. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I try? And whatever the cheapest alcohol was on there, he wants to get that.
Of course, sir. That'll be 1 silver.
Perfect.
And she reaches out a hand.
Thank God. Whew, I was like, if she needs Axel reaches over and grabs her hand, and follows the pattern that the other guy did to transfer the 8 gold to transfer the just 1.
There's no need for that. She does it, and on your side of the screen it says trading 1 silver to Alma.
Oh.
And it's like yes or no.
Okay. I kind of stop for a second and hesitate, but I just go ahead and click yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
She nods and says, "All right, I'll be right back with that," and she sort of scurries off.
Thanks. And I turn to the group. I'm just like, all right, so looks like the rate is 10 silver to a gold, and it just auto does it for you. That's crazy. It's like a high-tech credit card.
I guess so. Very good. We know the currency at least.
She comes back pretty quickly afterwards. She hands you a glass. It's like a tall glass, carefully. There's like a little bit of like frost at the top of it. It appears it's like very cold to the touch, the glass at least. There's kind of a murky brown liquid inside.
Oh God.
She says, "Enjoy, sir."
Yeah, thank you. He will grab it, and then he will start by taking a little sip, unsure of how this is gonna go.
Okay. It's a very, very sweet, some sort of mead. Definitely not from like normal honey, but it's a sweet.
How would it compare to like just your average beer, so something like a Bud Light or something like that?
Well, a lot more sweet.
Just a lot sweeter. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess a little more like sharp flavors too, as opposed to normal beer.
Okay. I sip it. I'm just like, this is it's different for sure. Not bad, but you know, and I will keep drinking it as everyone's finishing up their meals.
Yeah, I guess I'd take a bit longer because I'm being very posh about it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'll say at this point, probably about 2 hours or so passed. So let me move the time forward a little bit.
Okay, is there a way for me to not have to change the music volume every time a new song comes on?
Yes.
Global volume controls will not.
That's what I've been messing with.
That is, if you go to the music and then playlist. Yeah, but Marissa has not, so let me finish.
Gotcha.
Wait, no. Sorry, you cut out. Repeat that.
If you
go
go
to the music and do what?
Yeah, if you go to the little music tab, there's global volume controls, and if you click the arrow, it brings it down, and then playlist is the music.
Okay. Thank God. There we go.
Just when every single song I was going over and changing it, and I was like, "There's got to be a global. Oh, there's got to be a thing to do this for all of them."
All right.
Can you guys finish up your meals?
I guess do we continue walking?
Yes.
Okay. Just let you know, it's sort of like later afternoon at this point. It's been about 2 or 3 hours.
Have Buffer and Light Eye both just been, or not Buffer and Light Eye, Buffer and Joseph just been big vibing?
Yeah, so Buffer's been sitting there like making little notes in a journal. Joseph has been like eating occasionally and just sort of like leaning back and like snoring a little bit, taking like a little day nap.
Dun, 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 dun.
As you approach the door here, Alma says, "Excuse me. It's just the first class cabin that way, and the crew cabin, and the train head."
I see. Is there any way we can take a peek?
Take a peek where? You want to meet the conductors?
Yes.
Okay, I can go ask about that if you'd like.
Oh, sure. My apologies. I didn't mean anything bad by it. I was just yeah.
Anyway,
People are curious. It's not an unusual request. I'll go ask them.
Yes. Thank you very much, mademoiselle.
About 5 minutes later, she returns. So the conductor said that she would be fine with meeting you towards the end of her shift, maybe after dinner.
Oh, by all means, I do not mean to cause her any problems.
Oh, it's no problem. I'm sure she's happy with you guys. You helped us stay on schedule, so I'm sure she's eager to meet you. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Of course. We shall wait then. No worries.
Olma nods and sits back down.
Cool. I kind of wave at them then. I'm like, I need to tell you guys something. Go find somewhere to talk.
So
We can go back to the room.
Yeah.
Oh, can I drag? Well, I'll just drag myself.
I was like, do you want Vera escorting you again?
Well, yeah. Vera will
Yeah.
be my escort for the beginning. I was gonna drag myself to the room, but there might be something.
Are all these same people still here at the same spots?
For the most part.
Oh, I see. I didn't scroll far enough.
As you pass by, Michael sort of puts up a hand and says, "Hey, if it's convenient, maybe we could speak now."
I mean, hey, I guess, sure. What's up?
So, I have, well, it's a pretty valuable item. It's a pocket watch imported from Eklund. Pretty sure that kid stole it, the Kramer boy.
Mm-hmm. And, what exactly is giving you that itch?
I mean, he's been running around. He bumped into me earlier. He bumped into you earlier. I'd check your pockets if I were you. But I mean, who else would steal it? I mean, no one else would be that dumb, right? Listen, I don't want to get him in trouble or anything. He's just a kid, but I do want my pocket watch back. And his father and we had a bit of an altercation earlier, so if I make the accusation, he's gonna think it's just because I'm trying to get him in trouble. I don't really want to cause trouble here. I just want my pocket watch back. That's all. Be willing to give you guys 10 gold if you get it back for me.
You had an altercation because of the pocket watch or because of something else?
No, it was something stupid. Listen, he thinks that I cut him in line, basically. I didn't see him there. It was an honest mistake. But things got a little heated. That's all.
Axel, my dear, do you still have everything in your pockets?
I will reach down for the papers and notes.
You still have your papers and notes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like anything's missing.
Ah, that is very good then. We will. Well, I do not want to talk to the group, but I think this will be fine. We can talk to the boy.
What did this pocket watch look like?
I mean, have you seen a pocket watch before? He goes into like a very detailed, in-depth description of exactly what a pocket watch looks like you've never seen one before.
Gold, silver.
Listen, man, we more mean like, is there any?
It is like it has a bronze outer casing. It doesn't have a lot of pressure.
That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
He finishes his description in any case. So, I mean, you can imagine why I want it back. It's a pretty valuable item. Like I said, I had it imported special.
Does he mention any like engravings or anything on it when he describes this watch, or it's just
no,
okay.
No special engravings.
Did you check under the seats and everything? There's no possibility you could have dropped it somewhere.
He gestures to his a little thing that he has, like one of those like things that they put onto pens or whatever. Like a little hook thing that keeps you from like stealing bank pens and stuff. He says, I mean, unless this thing came loose on its own, and he sort of like manipulates the hook. He says, it's pretty darn unlikely that it would have fallen off on its own. I mean, I keep it right against my chest and it's pretty safe. So
All right. Well, we can talk to the kid for you. See if we can find it for you.
Well, like I said, no rush. I want my pocket watch back. That's all.
Reasonable inquisition.
Alright, I guess we're gonna talk to the damn kid.
Your favorite.
When did you all of a sudden start to be coming from the south?
When I felt like it.
When I feel like it. God damn it.
Okay. No, wait. Close the doors.
We are closing the doors.
Okay. Obviously, the dwarf was on to us. We need to make up a plausible story.
Yeah, I
Or when
mean,
he inevitably confronts us on how we are obviously not from Rheinthal.
My dear Vera, if he confronts us, I mean, it is three
we
of us,
kill
one
him.
of him.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
Well, slitting his throat would solve the problem.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah?
There's already one murderer on this train. We don't need another one.
No, does not like him. I do not like him.
I don't think any of us do, but... Okay. If he continues to pester us... Lily, you mentioned, both of you, didn't you mention you were from the slums?
Yeah.
We could probably use that to our advantage. He keeps pushing, and then maybe we finally admit, like, listen, buddy, we're from the streets. We don't like to tell people the truth in case they judge us.
We could be,
So just play dumb, I suppose.
yes, we could be... I do not know. Maybe merchants or traders, and we do not want to give to our identity. Also, I don't think changing our occupation or our story will work to our benefit.
Yeah, but if we keep playing dumb, that really won't play to our benefit either.
But realistically, what is he going to do?
I don't know, but I don't like the idea of anyone being suspicious of us.
Fair point.
Listen, if he just keeps pestering... If you guys have better ideas, I'm willing to listen. But if he keeps pestering us, I do feel like we could use your unfortunate backgrounds to our advantage. I mean, what's he going to do? Continue pestering us after we tell him that? Have to be a real asshole to do that.
Yeah, I believe I can bully him out of it if it comes to that.
Okay, that's all I wanted to confirm. Axel, go confront the kid.
Why the hell do I have to do it?
I can do it if you do not. You seem to like my cat.
Yeah, you go for it. Kid fucking ran into me last time.
Come in.
The kid is sort of, he appears to have been tucking himself out a little bit. He's leaning against the window there, sort of looking outside.
Nor jumps next to him and starts examining him, but in obviously a...
Sure. Well, once he notices, he looks over at the cat, and a little smile comes across his face as he starts petting the cat again.
Can Nor make a perception or investigation, whatever he...
Are you gonna do a cat pat down?
Not a cat pat down, but just from sight. While he's like rubbing his body against this kid, if he can feel anything that feels like a pocket watch.
So it's cat pat down.
Yeah.
So yes, a cat pat down.
Okay, make a cat pat down check.
I love those checks.
So I'm proficient at cat pat, whatever the fuck that is. What would that be?
Investigation.
Investigation. How about if I told you it was perception?
Yeah, that'd be something. All right. Make an investigation check.
I'll go ahead and make it. Okay. It was just weird because I felt like I could have. Okay. Investigation. I think I am so improficient in it. It is not even here. Nat 20. First nat 20 of the campaign for a player.
All right, so you do the full thing, like stretching out on his body, like rolling around on him, like he's having a blast for the cat pat down. He's perfectly happy with it. You are very certain that this kid does not have the pocket watch on. He doesn't appear to have much of anything on, really. Anything that he would have would be anything that he would need, his father would have for him.
while this is, where was he sitting? I'm assuming I don't remember exactly which seat, but
He was moving around from seat to seat.
okay.
Noah, my beloveds, come here. Leave the whoever you're messing with alone, please.
Oh, it's okay, miss. He says your cat's real friendly. He's probably the friendliest cat I've ever seen, to be honest.
Me and Noah go. Well, we are connected in a sense. So yeah, he is a bit unlike other cats.
Well, he's real cool. If I wish we could have a pet like that.
Well, I'm sure once you and I guess I hear that this is a child's voice. Obviously, I can see him, but for clarification. Well, you sound like you have the potential to become a very strong and powerful man. So maybe you can get a pet of your own.
He nods. Not really like certain what you're talking about, but it sounds like it's complimentary, so he likes it. It says, "Yeah, maybe. Maybe if my dad gets the job in Corlita, we can afford it." The guy looks over and he says, "Jordan, don't bother the nice lady. Family's business is our family's business. Sorry, man. Your cat is very friendly, though. I appreciate you letting my boy pet him."
It's all good. Noya sometimes has a mind of his own, but he can get a bit overly curious.
T.
He shrugs and he says, "Well, not too unlike my son, then."
It's a very good comparison. And Neuer proceeds to go back. As while I'm walking with Vera, I kind of put my head on her shoulder and go, "No, the pocket watch is not with the boy."
Are Vera and Axel looking for the pocket watch in the meantime? Is that what you guys were up to?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would like to be glancing under the seats and stuff.
You can make an investigation check.
Axel wants to figure out how the fuck to get his daggers out of his inventory.
Okay.
Shit.
Would you like to try to do that? You glance under the seats. There's no pocket watch that's obvious, and you can see most of the floor. It's not like it's just like they're on little metal stanchions or whatever. It's not like a blocked line of sight thing.
But it fallen between the cushions or anything?
The cushions are they're barely cushions at all. There's basically no way. They're more like padded seats.
Yeah, I whenever I came in and I saw Lily doing her thing, I went and sat down at this front seat, and then pulled up my inventory and tried to just click it on my thing.
Okay. When you click it, it gives some details. Basically, it gives a little picture of the item and its weight.
Do I see a equip button?
No.
Okay. Can I drag this thing? If I hold it and I move it around?
No.
God damn it! All right.
You can move it around your inventory, but it doesn't appear to change anything. It just puts it in a different order.
I can't. So I can't drag it out of the boxes and let go, and then
No.
poof. Okay. My last one I'll give it because I know I didn't have a whole ton of time. Would be I literally just think it. I'm kind of looking at my inventory and I'm in my brain I'm dagger come to me.
Okay. Yeah. So the sort of light the dagger appears right before you have to kind of catch it before it falls.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I catch it and I'm just looking at it okay, well, this is I get used to this. And I go ahead and do the putting it back into my inventory.
Okay. With a bit of an exertion of will, it disappears in a flash of light again, reappearing in your inventory.
About how long would you say? And I'm asking for combat purposes.
It almost takes as much time as a bonus action would take.
Okay, cool, fair enough.
When Lily leans in and tells me that the pocket watch isn't on the boy, I whisper back, "What about the dad?"
Maybe possibly him. I have not checked.
I was kind of hoping Noir would, you know.
Pat down number 2.
Yeah, Nor goes for no. Nor takes this one a bit more carefully because this is not a child, and does tries to get Zachary here to do another cat.
Okay. So if you can do another investigation check if you like. You can also try to do a perception check to see if there's any like obvious like bulges like in his pockets or anything like that. That'll obviously be more limited in terms of like he would have to have it like kind of obvious for you to actually catch that.
Right? Can I do both?
Sure. What are you rolling for, Vera?
I'm perceiving to see if I can see any pocket watch on
Is that
this
a
man.
pocket watch? Or you just happy to see
Any-
me?
Stop.
So no, he does have some stuff in his pockets, but nothing of the size and shape of a pocket watch.
He neg one. He
Yeah,
neg
so
one.
Nor kind of
happened.
bumped into the guy, and he's like, "Sorry, ma'am, could you keep the cat? I don't want to get a bunch of cat hair on me. It's a very sweet cat, and he sort of like gently like picks up your cat and sort of places it back down.
Sorry about that. He's a bit of well, he likes attention.
No worries. Just if he wants pets, he should go to Jordan, not me.
This is no, and I start scolding Noah. No, this is why I tell you, you are overly curious. God, you are going to get me in trouble one day, and I can't even see who's coming for me. And I walk with Vera as Nor. He is now following in line. He is no longer doing cat shit, as I had so nicely put it earlier.
I see the boy and girl still, and I come back around. I just kind of whisper, and I'm like, "Hey, they were acting kind of suspicious earlier. Do you think maybe they stole the pocket watch?"
Push.
Who the fuck was that? That was a big ass thing that just moved next to me.
It was that shithead from earlier. Don't worry about him.
He stumbles as he gets down here, bumping into the girl. The boy shoots up to his feet and puts his hand near his dagger. And the guy glares down at him and sort of snorts. And the kid draws the dagger and attempts to.
Oh, fuck. Wait, the kid attacks Joseph?
Yeah.
Gosh.
With a pretty well-aimed strike, sort of aimed at his wrist, trying to disable him before the fight really starts. Joseph, however, his armor is pretty well made. It just sort of glances off. And he doesn't even draw his hammer. He just punches the kid in the face.
Hey, what?
Axel is leaning against this chair laughing.
The kid sort of streams back, clutching his face with a broken nose.
Hey.
I guess Vera is dragging me along. I don't look over.
Joseph looks over at you guys and says, I just got teaching the little kid a lesson. Tried to attack me, a little twerp.
Oh, Jesus, Vera. Do not run with my arm there.
Axel shouts out, hey, kid's gotta learn who and who not to mess with.
Listen, the kid's half your size, man, okay? You got your punch in. Can you leave him alone now?
Yeah, no problem. He nonchalantly sort of turns his back on you guys and starts walking to the edge of the door and leaves.
Kid, what on earth? And I look him over to see if his injuries are serious or anything.
You can make a medicine check.
While she's examining, I'm just kind of looking at him with like a bit of a grin, like sitting there leaning against the chair, arms crossed. I'm just like, I did try to warn you about giving people looks, or guess I should have warned you about trying to attack them as well.
So with a 12, yeah, he does have a broken nose. You feel like you might be able to actually fix it, just like with a simple, like snap back into place sort of thing.
I hate that.
Little.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you'd like to try.
If he'll let me. Listen,
he-
let me
he-
fix your nose, kid.
He glares over at Axel and said, "I didn't look at him. He stumbled and grabbed Alina."
I was like, is Vera doing her thing? I
Yeah, he looks over at Vera and says, You a medic, lady?"
Yes. Yes, I'm a doctor. Come here. Let me set your nose back in place.
He takes a look at you, but you guys were a little bit more friendly with him and earlier, so he does reluctantly get his hands out of the way and sort of offers his nose for your inspection.
Cool. I put her right back in place. Quick and very quick. Oh shit.
Okay. You can make another medicine check with advantage. I imagine this would be the sort of thing that a doctor would do fairly frequently. Actually, that might not be true, but I'll say for the purposes of this, it would be something that you're used to at least.
It's like Axel might actually be used to this.
With a snap, he lets out a cry, but then looks immediately embarrassed for having cried out, as he sort of like, "Oh, okay, thank you, that's better." He sort of wipes the blood off and sort of inhales sharply through his nostrils.
Was that your first broken? Oh, there you go.
He says, "Thanks, miss."
Yeah, no problem. Now, what you said he grabbed her? What caused you to try and stab him?
He looks over at Alina and then back at you. And he says, "Don't know where you grew up, lady, but where I grew up, guy grabs your girl, you don't wait for her to figure out if he has good intentions or not. And that guy, I mean, I don't regret attacking him, let's just say."
A romantic fool, eh? It seems your love for her is strong, but so is your idiocy.
He glares at Lily, but I mean, he doesn't expect you to be able to see it. He says, "Whatever. Anyway, thanks, lady. I appreciate the help."
Yeah, no problem, kid. Stop trying to punch people twice your size.
I was going for his wrist, okay? I didn't. Anyway, his armor was a little better than I thought it was.
While we're
Joseph walks back in, looks at you guys, sort of snorts at the kid, and walks past.
While we're doing this, not that I'm good at it, but I would like to see if I can see a pocket watch bulge or anything amongst pockets or anything like that.
Who are you checking?
Endel.
Okay.
Oh, wait, fuck. I mean, can I check both of them or no? Do I have to pick one?
Sure, you can check both. Go and make just make one perception check.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
They have all sorts of suspicious pockets all over.
Cool. Can I make a perception check?
Sure. I'll say you can do it with advantages as you had you're closer and you had a bit more of an opportunity. Yeah. You don't see anything on them. Certainly nothing the size of a pocket watch. The only thing of note was really his dagger.
You two, stay safe. Try to stay away from that guy.
Keep yourself safe.
He nods and he says, "Will do. Don't worry, we'll keep out of his way. Don't want to repeat that incident."
Take
Oh,
care of yourself,
damn.
okay? You two seem like you do not want your lives to be short, so do not put it in jeopardy, eh?
He nods.
While we're talking, have you two seen a Brat's pocket watch anywhere around here?
Pocket watch?
Yes. Have you seen one?
I don't know. What's that?
We go into a detailed explanation about what a pocket watch is.
At the end of it, they're both sort of interested, despite themselves. Wow. Okay. Didn't know they had that sort of stuff. Eklund's well, I wish we were there instead of here, let's just say. But no, we haven't seen anything like that. Have you? He looks over at Alina, and Alina shakes her head.
Fuck, dude.
And they seem like they're telling the truth.
You can make an
They're
insight check.
accepting.
Like I would definitely make one here.
You.
No. They appear to be like, despite Endel still trying to kind of, save face a little bit, he does appear to legitimately be thankful for the way you helped him. So he does not appear to be wanting to lie to you right now.
Cool. Well,
Say, kids, where are y'all from?
They look up at you and say, Corlita.
All right. Fair enough. There a reason y'all taking this train?
To get out of Corlita.
Touche, I suppose.
Yeah.
Why are you guys here anyway? I thought Rheintal was like a billion miles away, basically.
question.
Everybody has their own desires and wishes. No, I imagine you two do as well.
Why the hell would you want to come to Corlita?
Why is it?
No offense, but I imagine Rheintal's a hell of a lot better. Hell, even Doran would probably be better, a little more expensive, I suppose. Are you guys poor? Is that it?
I using some context clues here. I move my head to stare at him more directly. Does it look like I can see where places rich or poor?
He looks a little embarrassed and he says, "No, I guess not. But I mean, the rest of you though, you guys are like a traveling troupe, right? A squad, law enforcers."
We are trying to get more worldly experience.
He sort of snaps his fingers and nods as though he's just figured something out. He says, "Okay, all right, I get you, I get you."
There we go. Regardless, what are two young souls doing on a train by themselves? I don't mean to pry. If you do not want to answer, you do not have to. I would like, while doing this, I would like to see his body language when being questioned.
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
Hey, baby.
Fucking other stuff.
Oh wait, that's
Yeah, that was
ignore that.
Hellhound.
You can do it with your own guy, yeah.
It's because I have both of them selected. I didn't even realize. I was wondering why it was like only a +1. Okay.
I mean, Lily's is only +2, so.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's better.
+16. Yeah, he does look noticeably like he feels like you guys are kind of on his side more or less. He like doesn't think that you're gonna get him in trouble or anything. But he does look more like defensive and noticeably nervous when you start asking about why he's on the train. He says, we got some folks up in Duran. We're visiting them. That's all. They paid for the trip, so that's why we're here.
Oh, but of course, that's it all. I have this is not an interrogation or anything.
When we were talking to the dwarf, didn't he mention rebels in Corlita?
Yeah.
Okay. I asked the kid, since you guys spent a lot longer in Corlita than we did, do you know anything about the rebels? I'm just kind of curious about them, what the situation with that is.
I mean, they're on the upturn from what I hear, but I mean, we aren't involved in them, obviously. That's you talking about foolish ways to die. That's definitely top of my list. Is at the end of some Halcyon Legion pikeman spear. No, we don't got nothing to do with them.
I'm just more kind of asking what you guys know about them, what the story is there.
What do you mean? I mean, you've been in Corlita. You know the situation.
We weren't there for too long.
Well,
I mean, I have to take care of Lily. I don't really got all the time in the world to scope out an entire city that big.
I chuckle. I am a marvelous friend, but I admit I am a bit of a hindrance.
Well, I mean, like I said, the rebels are on the upswing. It seems to happen like every few years. Start getting angry, rising up a little bit, and then the Legion fist just pounds them right back down to the ground. It's been that way ever since I've been alive. Ever since the city's been conquered, I suppose. Alina, what do you think? He, for the first time, sort of looks over at Alina. She nods and says, "Yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those things that happens in cycles. Uh, I did know a few rebels in my time. Um, maybe even gave them a little money here and now. Nothing too much, just for food, that sort of thing. There was a big attack, I think, recently, though. Um, it was all covered up in hush hush, but uh, the whole Halcyon squad died, I hear. So they must be doing something right."
Hmm. Yep. Well, thank you very much for the information. If you guys need any more help with healing broken bones, I'm here for you.
Listen, I mean, you guys are law enforcers and stuff, but that's not like here on the train, right? That's when you're back in your town, right?
Yes, it's kind of on and off. We're supposed to go on a expedition of sorts to get a bit accustomed to each other. We are not Vera and I are friends for a bit, but since Axel is new, we are mostly trying to travel with him, trying to get a bit more comfortable. If I'm going to trust him with my life, I need to be. You understand?
Okay. Sounds pretty different from Halcyon Legion stuff. That's cool though. So you guys are training basically. You're not like, you're not gonna arrest me or nothing if I do something illegal, right?
Not yet.
Not if you do not cause any trouble. And I chuckle. Nah, I am kidding. Listen, I was a kid once. Everybody makes mistakes, as you can see, and I kind of ushered his face, Vera talking about his broken nose. We sometimes have consequences, and that is okay. We live and we learn, but do not worry. We are not here to make your trip harder by any means.
Alina gets sort of a interesting look to her eyes. She says, "Miss Lily, it was right?
Yes, mademoiselle.
Um, were you in Corlita to try to find a cleric for your eyes?"
No, mademoiselle.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. You were asking about the rebels and stuff, and I hear that they have clerics. I never met one myself, but I hear that they have, clerics among them.
The gift of sight is one everybody takes for granted, but it's if you never have it, what do you know you lost?
I'm sorry about that. Well, I guess even people like us have things to be grateful for. And she sort of looks over at Endel, who gives a little shrug.
Regardless, the rebels have uh, clerics. That is quite interesting. I thought they were banned, or well, at least on a constant hunt for them.
Well, yeah, Alina says they are illegal in the Empire. I mean, these rebels are against the Empire, so it makes sense that the clerics would join up with them, I guess, or at least the ones that are still alive.
That does check out. Yeah, regardless. Yeah, no, and trying to finesse my way into some brownie points for Alina. Regardless, even if a cleric did exist, I do not know if they would cure my blindness.
I guess that would require a pretty powerful spell or a ritual or something, I guess. I don't really know anything about clerics, but yeah, I guess it would probably take a lot.
Well, and now that we are here, any I kind of trying to figure out how to word this.
This whole conversation, by the way, I'm watching Zachary. So I was trying to think.
You're good.
Yeah, is Zachary doing anything weird, or is he just vibing with his notes and stuff?
He has looked back a few times to sort of see if you guys are still there and like what if you're still talking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he seems like mildly curious.
Okay.
Well, regardless, listen. While I do not have my eyes, I do have my ears. You two, and again, I don't mean to pry, but you sound troubled. Is there anything we can help with?
Alina looks over at Endel, and Endel shakes his head. He says, "No, no, no, it's okay. We'll try to stay out of trouble. I'm sorry for trying to attack that guy earlier. We grew up on the streets, me and Alina, and like I said, I have certain instincts. That's all. It's good that you guys are on the train. Good people, right?"
I kind of purposely fumble to get his shoulder, so maybe I like touch his arm and then eventually land on his shoulder and go, "Do not worry about us. We will. We are good people with good hearts. Axel can be a bit abrasive, but he means well. Listen, like I said, if you guys are in need of any help, I chuckle. It is not like I can remember your face or what you look like, so feel free to ask."
He nods and chuckles along with you. He says, "Yeah, all right. Sure. Listen, if there's something you need us to keep an eye out for, like that pocket watch or whatever, we're happy to do that too. We got pretty keen eyes."
Oh, the pocket watch would be most helpful. Well, other than that, should we keep going, guys?
Yep, you two keep safe. Okay.
That's Nor. I will be voicing Nor from now on.
Axel, get out here.
While we're here, may I go into the... Fuck. Never mind.
The door opens up as you guys are about to go, and the lady who opened it steps back. She says, "Oh, sorry. Please, come on through."
Thank you.
They go back into the room, sort of getting out of your guys' way.
Cool.
We go. I post Nor. I post them up right there.
Post up.
Trying to listen if they are talking, and then see what they do.
No, they weren't talking. They sort of got. It's sort of a more narrow compartment. This one, so they were going back into the room to just let you guys pass more conveniently.
Gotcha.
And then they closed the door behind them. As you guys are passing, one of them stops and sort of steps back. She says, "Excuse me, are you guys the constables? We were."
God damn it! Go away.
It appears this train really fucking loves its constables. I do not say that.
Yes, we are. Was there something you needed?
Yeah.
Axel, I think at this point would kind of turn around and roll his eyes and give like the.
She her eyes sort of widen a little bit. She says, "Oh, no, you're clearly busy. No trouble. I'm sure we'll see each other later." And she goes to the door, and she and her companion.
Was this the door that I saw him knocking at?
Yeah.
Okay.
I turn to you two and I'm just like, God, does everyone just want to fucking meet us today? Or are we just celebrities here?
Everybody apparently fucking loves their constables.
Yeah, and everyone knows we're from Rhinefall. It's real fun.
A la merde. We've gotten no questions I have ever wanted to get.
Yeah, can we have a quick team meeting here, everybody?
Yeah. Okay.
Naya, post outside.
Going inside.
Keep it up,
Okay.
Kitty.
You're doing great, Kitty. Okay. Something I wanted to go over before I forget. Okay, so those kids mentioned the rebellion and a regime. And in the Red Lotus note, it said, "I have no interest in rebellion, no issue with your regime."
Yes.
So, okay, so what was the city that starts with the C?
Corlita.
Lita.
Corlita?
Carlito.
Okay. I would assume he's from Corlita then. Still nothing on spiders in the shadows.
It
But
appears
yeah.
we are working for the Empire.
Yeah, and they also mentioned that Legion of whatever they're called dying and what that was mentioned somewhere in the notes, wasn't it? You sent your men to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
they-
okay, so he's obviously from Corlita then, right?
yeah, did it also not bother anybody that they didn't know what the hell a pocket watch was? And they're from what sounds to be one of the biggest cities in this place.
To be fair, they did say they grew up on the streets, though. I mean, it
Yeah,
just could have
but-
been a case of they were too poor to ever come across
I would
a
normally
pocket
agree.
watch.
I would normally agree with you, but considering he gave such a detailed explanation, I unfortunately think Axel is onto something.
Yeah, I just feel like it's
Are you saying it's weird that the kids didn't know what a pocket watch was, or the guy who gave us a detailed explanation?
well, like
It is
both. Yeah, like why would he give such a weirdly detailed explanation, and why would the kids not know what it is? It feels very odd. I think this this guy needs to go on our at least interested list.
Along with that stupid dwarf.
That guy freaked me out.
I don't think the dwarf is suspicious. I just think he's a nuisance, and I don't want to talk to him because he's too clever for.
I think he's a fucking twat, and I do not take that back.
Yeah, it sounds like he also is somewhat of a governmental position, which we
Yeah.
probably don't want to be messing with right now.
Also, I do want to point out, Lily, when you were first talking to him, you did accidentally mention that you're from the streets. And from what I gather, Rhymefall doesn't seem like it would have.
The streets.
I meant it in the sense of I'm from like the boonies, not necessarily.
Okay. Okay.
Not necessarily. And I say in a more hushed voice, Chicago.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't disagree.
Your guys' stomach begins to rumble as it is getting close to dinner time.
Great. Okay.
You
Oh
guys
shit!
go to dining cabin.
So,
Yeah, that we were supposed to talk to the conductor.
Right.
She said after
you
dinner,
got-
right?
She said after the.
Yeah, she
after.
said after dinner.
Okay.
yeah.
We're good. We're
Okay.
good. Nothing to worry about
So
that.
the suspicious people on our list so far is just Pocket Watch Man.
Zachary? No, that was the dad's name, wasn't it? Or was that his name?
Zachary was the dad's name.
Yeah, Zachary was the dad's name.
Zachary was the dad's name.
Okay,
Okay.
what
I
was the
don't
name of
think
Pocket
kids are
Watch guy?
suspicious. I think we can all kind of agree the kids
Is
aren't
there a-
suspicious.
If you guys are going to the dinner, Carl, I can move you. I can go and move you there if you like.
Yeah.
This is so funny.
Let's go.
This is so funny.
You get to see all the rooms. And all
I
the
loved
bathrooms.
every second of that.
Me too.
Little
It's like
brain
we were
trick.
actually-
Oh,
in any
good.
case, move the table near Phil,
Michael, that's his name.
as Alma is sort of hurriedly handing out plates to everyone. She takes your order. It's the same menu as lunch. They appear to have a fairly limited menu. As the people begin eating, though, and conversations begin to start, Zachary Kramer and Michael begin to get into a bit of an argument across the table from each other.
Can we
What are they
hear what they're
arguing about?
saying? Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming what it is.
Zachary, the topic of the argument is whether Grecians should be able to apply for full citizenship, or if it's too soon.
And you said Grecians?
Grecians, yes.
Grecians, okay.
Zachary is pro. He thinks that they should be able to. Michael is against. They're getting kind of heated. You get the sense that it's not just about that. It's more that they don't like each other. Kind of similar to what Michael talked about earlier.
No.
At a point in the conversation, Zachary looks over at you guys and says, well, maybe we should ask the closest thing we have to policemen. You guys have spent some time in Corlita. What do you think?
I whisper, I think I will find the nearest gun whenever we fucking invent it and put it in my mouth. I think for some reason,
we'll end the session there.